Hello. Are y'all ready for the results of the trivia? I see I had some people already in the Bebop Jones. What's going on? David McNiner and John J. And let me bring them in. I missed one. He was here when I started, now he left. Coming in from all the way from Daly City, San Francisco, California. He's a 49er fan. He's not a Raider fan. He's not a Lakers fan. But he's a 49er fan coming in. John J.
What's up, Corey? That's a
How
great
you
intro.
doing?
Appreciate that.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good. Now coming in, he's all the way from Utah, my brother from another mother. David McNiner. Also
Thanks,
known
Corey.
as
Those,
the
those
IT
intros,
Slate.
those intros are always great, buddy. Thank you.
Coming in, another brother. Today he was on earlier with his wife. And they had a good show this morning. Coming in, Brian Cook.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you very much for having me on. Hey, David. Hey, John. How are you guys doing today?
What's up?
Coming in. He's known as Ryan, but everybody, we call him the leader of the pack. No Border Sports.
Thank you for the intro, but if I'm the lead pack, we're intro.
Coming in all the way from New York City. He's a Giants fan. YTC.
All right, good job holding that voice right there. What's up, man?
How you doing? How's everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Good, Corey. How are you?
Okay. My shoulder's still hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody else, Brian, great show this morning.
Oh, thank you very much. David, couldn't have done it without you. Had a lot of fun. Tony jumped on. She's getting a little bit more comfortable. And Lawrence, oh my gosh, it's so fun to have him on. And I appreciate all you guys showing up and having fun too. We want to do that a little bit more often. And David, again, dude, so glad you wanted to come in and jump on. And I think everybody, we had a lot of people in the chat. Everybody was vibing. I don't think there was a dead moment. I really think it was just a lot of fun. So thank you for the
Yeah, it was
kind words,
awesome.
Ryan. And Corey, I seen you too. And John, I seen you. You guys, man, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yep.
And I know I already said it earlier. I sent you a text to tell her. Tell her again. I said, "Happy Mother's Day
Mm-hmm.
to
Oh,
her."
that's right. That's right. You
Happy
tell the missus Happy Mother's Day.
Yep.
To her. Happy Mother's Day.
I even wished my ex a happy Mother's Day.
Hmm.
And
Oh, damn it. That reminds me, Ryan. Thanks for reminding me. I got to send that. Yeah, I got to send
Yep.
that to her.
Hey,
She's
look,
actually,
it
she's in
didn't
the,
work
she
out
has,
with us, but
you're good.
go ahead.
But yeah, she
I
has
was just saying it didn't work
cancer.
out between us. We gotta.
My ex,
we gotta
she has cancer. She's they shrunk it, they took it out. She doesn't get out of the hospital until Tuesday. So I better send her at least a happy Mother's Day text.
Oh man. My
Well,
prayers
you know,
going
it's,
out to her.
yeah, you know, they caught it kind of early. Hopefully it all goes well.
Yep.
Yep.
whether you,
Yeah.
you care about your ex or not, the health of ex, has an effect on your child. So you want, you don't want your child to hurt from your loss or her mother, the other parent's loss. You know what I mean? So that's why, out of these certain days, I think it's nice to be able to thank somebody for their part,
Yeah,
Yeah.
whether or not you've been with somebody for a couple years or several years, there's mutual respect. Hopefully, like you've got some kind of ground, and for anyone who can, have mutual respect for each other, shout out to you, because I've seen several family members. I've seen brothers and friends who's had divided houses, and it's hard for the children and stuff. And like I've been lucky enough to be able to hold on to Tony, and my parents. I come from a household. My parents have been married for I'm 37, so they've been married at least 38, 39 years now. So my parents, they try to stick together. Both their parents split up, so they thought, hey, maybe we can give it a try. And everybody argues and everybody fights, but yeah, sometimes, I mean, it takes a lot to hold on to each other, and sometimes it just doesn't work out, and that happens. But when you do have that mutual respect, I mean, that's what's best for the child, and just civil, because I mean, like at some point, like if somebody's burning, right, even your enemy, wouldn't you spit on your enemy to try to put the fire out? Wouldn't you try to do something, or are you just gonna stand there and let them burn? I mean, like at a certain point, it's just like. So shout out to you, everybody, and Ryan, that's awesome too. I seen you say that too earlier today. I'm just gonna, and that's why I said it too earlier. Shout out to all the ladies. Maybe you're not a mom, but you've had some influence some way or another with a child or even a brother or something. Because like I know big sisters are out there, or little sisters, and they help do stuff. So, again, even
and
if
the
you're
aunties.
yeah, aunties and everything. So that's why I was like, shout out to the ladies, because not everybody can even have children, but
Facts.
everybody can contribute. So
Facts. That's
Corey,
yeah.
Corey, you're the goat, man. You're the goat, Corey.
Thank you.
Yep. That's facts right there. I like that what you said. Like even if someone you have your issues with, I'm in that mentality where if you don't like me, I'll still respect you because one day you're gonna ask me for help, and I'm still gonna show that respect. We may see differently, but I'm not gonna let you fall down and drown. I'm not gonna let you fall into a pit of fire. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna grab onto you. If there's no mutual respect, at least I helped you. So I like that analogy.
Corey, your chat's popping right now, man. You got a lot of guys in here right now.
Yep, I got Seahawks Eddie. What's up? And David said David Cronin said he'll be in a little bit. He just got home. Of course, my best friend from Cali, Bebop Jones.
Bebop.
Somebody just came in. Here he is. Coming from Corona, California. Congratulations to his ugly team, the Lakers, for moving on. I can't stand them Lakers. Oh, wait a minute, man. You need to go put on a shirt.
Oh no, no.
No,
Go show yourself like
Or just
that.
turn your camera off. Or just turn your
Yeah,
camera
please.
All right,
Here he come in.
all right.
David Corona.
What's up, everyone?
off. What's
Hey,
up?
David.
What's up, Corona?
What's up, Corona? Happy Mother's Day, and also Happy Mother's Day to everyone on the panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot to mention, but anyway, secondly,
Wednesday.
Corona, you ready for Jokic to run your pockets?
Oh hell no! Mark my word. Lakers win in Game 6.
All right.
Is he wearing pants? Is that why he has to not have his camera on?
No, he's not have his shirt on.
Oh, I just got
Oh,
home right now.
He's trying to show his nipples off again. God, this
Yeah.
pervert.
I just
Probably
got
all
home from
hyped up on
I
urine.
just got home from the cemetery.
What have you been stealing
yeah,
adrenal
you-
glands? Sorry,
You
joking.
said this was your first year because you lost your mom. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
That's-
great,
Yep.
Brian.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear as well.
Thank you.
And that's why we're all here to hang out with David Corona.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, David.
Oh, actually,
Thank you, man.
I'm here to with Corey, but I like David. I'm joking.
Well,
Even though he's a Warrior fan.
you wish.
You know what, Corona? I'll be a man of my word. The Lakers won, and they're going to the conference final.
Thank you.
Like Brian says,
Hey.
everybody, thank you for coming.
David Rona
Yes, sir. What's up, little sponge? Oh, what's up,
have
Bebop?
the Lakers had how have the Lakers had the last Seattle Supersonics?
I couldn't hear you. You were breaking up.
I think John Jay heard it. I think you're making excuses.
I heard it.
No, for reals, I didn't hear it.
I said,
Something said.
tell me how many losses the Lakers have had in the last 3 years compared to the Supersonics.
No comment.
He said no comment.
Also,
Anyway.
Corona, how many losses you have in the last 3 years compared to the Charlotte Bobcats?
What? He said the Bobcats. Anyway,
He doesn't want to
My
admit
team-
that the Supersonics are undefeated.
yep.
Yep.
Well, my
The
team's on the
Lakers-
couch.
The Lakers gonna win the NBA championship this year.
You know who's also on the couch today now? Where you're hiding.
The Sixers.
Yep.
What's his name?
Where you're hiding.
What's his name? The Philadelphia guy. He said
Yeah.
he showed me his reaction. He was not happy.
Well, I'm about to troll him now because he just got as far as we did, and they had higher expectations.
Anyway,
Boy. So, like listening to the show this morning because I like the good news. Hope I'm gonna make sure I'm there to see my women representing the 49ers. Brian's wife, Dina, Jess, I believe, right? If I
Yes.
heard right.
Yes. On Thursday.
Thursday.
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be like 5:15, and they're gonna probably go about an hour. They might go a little longer. You know, these are some ladies, so it's gonna be Tony, Niner Jess from East Coast Red and Gold, Miss Christy Peachy Brown from Nothing But Niners or the Wayne Breezy Show or Moe's Nose. She's affiliated with them. Also, she's also affiliated with the what Ryan, what's the crew that comes on what Wednesdays or Thursdays? The four guys, the Niner
Real
gang.
Talk Niner Talk.
Thank you.
Real Talk
She's
Niner
also
Talk.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's also kind of affiliated with them. She does a lot of stuff there. And then unfortunately
Silverado
Jess,
Kev, OG Dave, Judah Gray, and Night Style. And then they've got a couple other gentlemen that go in and out too.
yes. So Peachy, she plugs their show a lot. She does a lot of stuff for them and Wayne Breezy and Mike Andrews from Nothing But Niners. But she also is trying to start her own YouTube channel. So that's going to happen here soon. Jess will be coming on the show, but we're also going to have Bex. But Bex is going on for, like vacation for a couple weeks. Dina Harvey. We all know Dina Harvey from this channel. She's come on during weekly pick'ems. She's going to come on Tony's show, and she's going to try to be like a weekly, or we're going to see what the show happen. Not me, but Tony's going to see how it goes. If it can go every week or it can go every 2 weeks. She's going to just see what goes on with the ladies, because not everybody can always attend. But the idea is to have like a solid panel. And sometimes girls won't always be able to make it. So maybe other girls might pop in, like Mariah or maybe Melissa, Izzy, we know her, or, maybe just somebody random might pop in. But for the most part, it's going to be Dina Harvey, Niner Jess. It's going to be Tony, Bex from East Coast Red and Gold as well. It's going to be Peachy Brown. It's going to be Gina repping the Bay. And it's going to be awesome. She's got like 6 girls committed, and there's always room for more, just like how like we have room for more right now. But Tony's going to try to get the ladies of the Empire involved. And if you guys can tune in like 5:15, that'd be great. And thank you, Corey, for letting me talk.
Are you saying Tony's about to have a harem?
Oh my gosh, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be the Tony Culp YouTube channel, but that's going to be her one show of like the week. She'll still do her like own little stuff and do her shorts and stuff, but she's going to have, a harem. It's going to be all the goddesses of the 49er faithful, all the girls that are, confident or want to have a say. We might get like Denise.
You might have to rebrand after all this.
Right?
Go straight to Tony Colt's husband, Bryant.
Oh my gosh, right?
You know what I'm saying? I think it's got a ring to it.
There's so many people like Tanya, Tia, Denise Granger. There's so many people that might pop in and out of the show, but Tony's like, hey, there's a platform for the girls to come in, and it's going to be awesome. It really is. And just like how we're talking and stuff, we're just, we're just having fun. So she's going to bring in some girls, have some questions, and they're going to have fun. I can't wait.
And y'all everybody make sure you support our ladies. Subscribe to their channels and help them out. And thank you, Brian, for letting me make that announcement.
Thank you, Corey. And I know I kind of talked a lot, but it's super exciting, and it's super, super exciting. And they're going to plug all of the women's channels. They're going to try to plug our channels. They're going to put them in the community links, and it's just going to help this community expand, because when you can go and see like a bunch of women talking and see where they're going to and who they're subscribed to, it's just going to help us all grow. So I appreciate you, Corey.
Yep.
And make sure y'all subscribe to all these people that's on this channels. We got John J, 49ers Ultimate Prep, and David McNiner. He's about to start his channel, so please go support him. And we got YTC Production. Please go support him. We got Brian Cup. Yep. Please go support him. And we got No Border Sports. Please go support him. And maybe we
Oh,
could get
so
David
thank you, by the way.
Corona.
Yes, sir.
Get him a channel going. Maybe if John Jay had time after the end of the show, we're not in it, he could stay on. He can do what we did to Jeff if he has time.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till I get a tablet. I don't know when I'm gonna get it, but yeah.
Okay.
Thank you though.
You're welcome. Mother's Day, power of the women. Yes.
Yep.
Right, Bebop Jones. You're right.
Thanks.
You're
Mm-hmm.
welcome, right?
Damn right, Bebop. But for me, every day's Mother Day. To be honest, I always show my mom gratitude and support. So yeah,
Yep.
in a way.
Yep.
I lost the border sports.
Probably little technical difficulties.
All right, technical difficulties.
Yeah, it happens.
Seahawks neighbors are messing with his internet again.
Yeah. I think he's coming back. Let me see if it's him. Yep.
Yeah, hey, we got Bebop. What up, Bebop? CG, Steve-O. Who else we got in
Yeah.
there? Little Spongy. He's not happy about the 76ers. I can't blame him.
Oh yeah, we got the Butler today.
Oh man, I can't.
Yeah,
I
tell him,
can't.
McNiner. Tell him. Screw the Sixers.
And see, I'm rooting so badly for a Miami Denver because I do not want to see the Celtics and Lakers.
No, it's gonna be the Lakers and the Heat.
Nobody want to see LeBron and Tatum go at it. Come on, we want to see Jokic and Jimmy buckets.
All right, let's make it Lakers and Boston. So the Lakers could be ahead of Boston, 18-17.
Oh man, no, I don't want to see that.
I don't think anyone wants to see that. Oh, never mind. Lakers fans probably want.
I don't know. Did you guys get your hands on the script this year?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
David Corona is Nostradamus. He sees into the future,
Right.
And he sees the Nuggets in 4.
Nope, Lakers in 6.
See, he's the umpire for the person who writes the scripts for the NBA and the NFL, right? He's the umpire for the kids' little league game, and what he does is, for information, he fixes the game. He rigs the game for the, for the
No,
father,
I
the
don't do
person
that.
writing it.
No.
I'm joking. It's a joke.
Okay. All right.
Saying like you're fixing the little league game to get the script for the NBA season and NFL season, so you can turn around and make bets on things.
I know, but
it's a joke.
a lot of coaches been saying that to me. I've been favoriting one team, and I told them, no, I don't do that. I do 50-50. Whoever plays whoever wins
You
wins.
just wait until this gets out. Wait till this gets out. It's over. No matter how many frozen peak cups you got. Joking.
Oh, I need a couple more. I need a couple more.
Man, it's like that.
Yeah, because when
Why don't
they
you just get
test
the
me,
quick fix?
nah, I need my own.
You can just walk around with your own quick fix. Always around, cupped up underneath there, ready to go.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
You can, you can put it right there. I'm sorry, Corey. Go ahead, Corey. Great time. I was about to go bad.
Yeah, Corey stopped it on the right time.
Yep.
Warriors all day.
Okay. YTC. He went 11 out of 4.
Okay, last week. Yeah, last week.
And
Mine's beyond my ears.
Brian Cup.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick.
Okay, you don't have to say I'll be back. You don't have to tell me all that information.
Too much information. TMI.
411, Brian Cup. I know because you had family over you just throwing answers out there.
Yeah,
David,
I'm sorry. I would have been on. I would have been a little bit more serious. I couldn't hear half the questions, and I had a girl talking to me or somebody telling me about the baby or trying to take a picture with me, and I'm like, I apologize, but that's why I was like, okay, ABB, because I knew if it was even a true or false question, I had a 50-50 chance. So I apologize. But 4 and 11, that's not so bad. I mean, thanks, Corey.
and I wait till David Corona come back to say his. No Border Sports. You got
Yeah.
6 out of 9.
Oh. What did
David
David Corona
McKnight.
get?
I'll tell you when he get back.
Oh, he's not. I thought you said David. Oh, okay. All right.
David McNiner. He got 10 out of 5.
Not bad.
And then John Jay, he got 11 out of 4.
Oh,
And Nathan Z not here today in the audience yet. And he got 9 out of 6. And Corey got 14 out of 1.
hell yeah.
Where's I'm missing something. Oh, there you go. I turned one page wrong. And David Corona, are you back yet? Still use the bathroom?
So I got 11 out of 4.
Yeah.
David
so-
Corona, are you back yet?
David McKnight total 98 out of 57. John Jay 90 out of 71. YTC 64 out of 36. Nathan Z 65 out of 50. No Border Sports 65 out of 90.
Oh,
David Corona, he's still not here, goodness sakes. 69 out of 86. Brian Joe Stevens, 33 out of 52.
I'm back.
Okay, so
yeah, yeah.
You went last week, you got
I sang a song and everything, and you didn't
5
come
out
back.
of
We
10.
went through it.
5 out of 10.
Gotta go back.
Yep.
Oh man.
And your total is 69 out of 86.
Tied with Ryan.
No, you're dead last.
Oh, okay.
You should have took it to D.
Brian Cup.
I said, don't copy off of me. And you copied off of me. I went 4 and 11.
Oh no, I didn't copy you.
Brian Cup.
Yeah, I went 6 and 9, David. You went 5 and 10.
Oh.
David, you're like, Brian's Googling the answers. I heard that. And I was like, I'm not Googling. I'm just throwing out letters. And you're going 5 and 10.
He's
4 and
barely
11.
able to get the number of the question and a corresponding letter out on the chat while doing other stuff at the same time.
Yeah, I was like, I heard beer and I heard cheating, and I was like, I don't know if I want to keep listening, guys. So I started throwing out letters, like 13, 14, 15. You guys will forgive me later. So, yeah, don't ever copy me, guys. I might be playing with you guys. I might know the real answer. And if you guys are trying to like, oh, I'm going to go with Bryant, don't go with Bryant unless you're for sure. I'm just that guy. I'm like playing like,
What's up, David Villa?
Yep.
I'm playing in the corner.
Okay, Brian Cup. You got 62 out of 93.
Yes. I'm coming
Bebop
back.
Jones is 23 out of 25. But did you come back, Bebop? You keep missing Thursdays. And Carcat still saying 14 out of 21. I'm 41 out of 19. Yep, that's everybody's. And let me see. I know. Pool night. Okay.
Oh, pool.
I'll be back.
I haven't played a game of pool in like 5 years.
Okay, now I'm gonna go like this. John Jay,
Yep.
what let me see. Let me pull out what I wrote it down.
Mhm.
What is the toughest stretch of games on the 49ers game 2023 schedule?
Let's see. The toughest stretch. Let's see. I think that at the end of the year, starting on Thanksgiving on a short week, we got Seattle, Philadelphia, Seattle again, Arizona, and Baltimore. I think those are going to be some games near the end of the year that's on paper are teams that were in the playoffs. So that's the stretch of games. Early in the season, there are a lot of winnable games just before the bye. But I think at the end of the year, from Thanksgiving all the way to Christmas, we'll have some tough games. Seattle's always tough. Philadelphia, that's a 50-50. Baltimore's a 50-50. I think the only game that we could win is the Cardinals. So I think during the holidays will be a stretch of 5 games.
Okay. What you think, David McNiner?
I'm with John Jay. I think the bird hunt is going to be a tough stretch because we're playing bird teams 5 weeks in a row there. So Bryant dubbed it the bird hunt. I'm running with that.
Well, okay. I definitely said it, but I want to give credit to Brad from SF Niners. He said it, and I'm just running with it. It's definitely a bird hunt.
Okay.
I don't want to take anything away from Brad because he said it, and I was just like, man, that makes a lot of sense. So, but thank you, David.
Yeah, I mean, the game starting out at Seattle on a Thursday, Thanksgiving, that's going to be rough. Then we go to Philadelphia, but we're going to have, some extra time to heal up and get ready for that game, and like I was saying, by then we'll know who the Eagles actually are because last year they had an easy schedule and they did play good. They played good enough to get to the Super Bowl and they got beat, but this year's totally different year, totally different schedule, Then we got the Seattle Seahawks at 49ers. I mean, if we don't win that game, that's going to be, Geno Smith. We should walk away with that game. I'm just going to say Geno Smith there. Then the Cardinals, they're pesky, but they're rebuilding. And the Ravens, that game is going to be a knockdown, drag out.
No more to sports. What you think?
I think everybody brought up great points. But you said my game play against the Rams would be a tough stretch. Bar the 5 the 5 birds in a row.
Okay. I don't know if it's my computer or everybody is no more sports breaking up.
Yeah, he's breaking up.
You're breaking up, Ryan. Yeah.
I didn't know until YT said if it was breaking up or not.
Yeah, you keep going in and out.
Yep.
At least dealing with the phase I went through when my computer
So,
broke.
guys-
So
So,
Okay. Yeah,
sorry,
right.
sorry, Corey. I think I noticed something during the show this morning when I'm talking close to the camera. I think I start to pop, but I noticed Tony was sitting further back. She wasn't popping so much. I disconnected the camera, the microphone I had the other day, and we also went and got better internet. So let me know too if I'm like glitching or if I'm popping, because I'm gonna invest in a microphone right now as well. But right now I'm using a dual microphone and camera. And again, I think if I'm further back, it sounds good, but when I get closer, it might start popping. So just let me know, guys.
It sounds good right now.
Yep.
Yep.
You sound
Sound good.
perfect.
Thank you.
YTC, I know we're asking about the Niners, but
I'm about to do that, John Jay.
okay, all right. I'm sorry, Corey. I'm sorry, Corey.
But I was gonna let Brian go first before finish the Niner thing.
yeah, go ahead and let Brian. Yeah.
Brian,
Yes, sir.
what do you think is our toughest stretch?
Oh, most definitely. I think it will be the bird schedule. It is something to say about the before our bye week. Okay, when we first play Pittsburgh, that's going to be like a 50-50 game. But when we start going down the stretch, it's LA, the Giants. The Giants, I think, is going to be a very hard game for us. The Cardinals, that we won't talk about that. Cowboys, that could be a very, good matchup, and the Browns could be a very good matchup. The Vikings and the Bengals, okay, those could be very good matchups, but we'll see how good our defense is really quickly. But when we get past that, we go to our bye. We got the Jaguars and then the Buccaneers. Then we go into, like we were talking about, that bird hunt. We play the Seahawks. Then we go like a week, and then we play the Seahawks again. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I don't really think that's fair for any team. I think I understand like scheduling and stuff, but when you play a team like twice in 3 weeks, I don't think, again, if it's the playoffs, it's the playoffs, but they should try to find some way where they could stretch that out a little bit better. But that's my thoughts. But yes, between Seattle to Baltimore Ravens, from Turkey Day to Christmas, I think that's our toughest stretch.
Okay. YTC. What is your team's toughest stretch?
The first 6 games, honestly. Besides Arizona, realistically, yeah, having to play 4 primetime games, playing you guys, playing Seattle, the Cowboys, and then, yeah, Buffalo and Miami. They're no slouches, obviously. And much respect to what Brian said. Yeah, you guys are going to – the feeling's mutual. You guys will be hard as well. Definitely coming off a short week against Arizona for sure. So, yeah, the first 6 games, all we have to do is just endure, and then everything else softens after that. Because we're mostly playing quarterback, teams that have quarterback controversies, like Green Bay, New England, and Washington, for example. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, here's another question I want to ask you, YTC. How can the 49ers beat your Giants?
Simple, getting to Jones and controlling the clock against our defense. I don't know how our run defense is going to look after, we signed a few guys. So there's the way you guys will win. Just running the ball practically. Trey Lance doesn't have to do much but game manage. They're able to run the ball.
I know how the Giants can beat us.
Okay.
Basically,
David Corona.
Basically, you guys have to do a lot of like misdirection on us. So like, a lot of motions to, get our defense a little bit. Because one of the things about our pass rush, like it knows how to get after quarterbacks. So if you guys are like having one of your slot receivers, moving side to side, and then moving our linebackers, on the offensive side. On the defensive side, you really got to take away, our run game, and then we become one dimensional. That's basically a little formula. Now I don't know how Daboll and his coordinator runs the offense. I know it's very different, but that's one way.
They're running that Kansas City offense for sure. The way it's structured, it looks like Kansas City, I think.
Also, your quarterback can run, so that's one
Yeah,
thing. That's another thing.
Mm-hmm. Don't give him an open middle. That's all I'm gonna let you guys know. Just don't. You better have a spine him all game because he can take off at any moment. Any slight gap in the middle, when your pass rushers try to rush him from the outside, he's gonna take those yards and play the next down.
Yep.
So yeah.
They don't call him Danny Dimes for no reason. The guy's a lot better than they give him credit for.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay, Steve-O, if you wanted to come in, I sent the link to your Twitter, Steve-O. The link is in your Twitter. Okay, David McNiner.
Yo,
If you was the coach of the 49ers and you faced the Giants, how would you beat the Giants?
well, I would run the ball, and I'm not just talking between the tackles. We do a lot of outside zone, and pass off the play action because their defense is young, so they're gonna bite, And when it comes to the defense, I would actually slim up the wide nine a little bit. Not have our pass rushers be so wide and going so deep. I would have to tell them to be disciplined about where they're at. That way, you're not giving Daniel Jones running lanes. But yeah, I mean, we can beat them. You got to cover Darren Waller, but look at our linebackers, Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw. We got Waller covered.
I mean, it also depends who plays that game too. But not to mention because you'd have to, wherever you're going to put Fred Warner, the other guy's going to get open. Mm-hmm. If you're going to put Fred Warner on Saquon Barkley, Waller's going to get open at some point. And if you put him on Wall, vice versa, basically. One of those guys will get open. So, you're going to have to figure a way to scheme around it.
And that's one thing, because you guys have Waller, our linebackers have to go one-on-one against him because I think he's 6'6", 6'7". He's pretty tall. So
and he can jump like Gronk basically in the end zone.
And he's very fast. Bless you, Corey.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, bless you, Corey.
Especially on crossing routes for sure. Yeah.
So basically, it's going to come down to the linebackers, and then I don't know because last year you were talking about how bad your linebackers. I don't know how you guys improved that, but if that's
we got the Colts linebacker, but we got that middle linebacker from the Colts that was really good. So yeah.
Because I was going to say that then we got to use our tight ends in the passing game. If you're linebacker,
and we signed a lot of defensive tackles to stop the run since we run a 3-4. So yeah.
What's up, platform 246? What's up, Lawrence? How you doing?
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "What's happening, Corey, John, David, Productions, and Bryant?"
Yep.
What's up, Lawrence?
Yo, great show. Great show. I couldn't stay the whole show because I had to take my mom out for lunch. So, hope I didn't miss too much.
No,
you don't need to worry. I don't think you need to worry. Yeah, I took my mom's. We went to lunch too earlier, so yeah. Me and my mom's. I guess we were all out.
No, we appreciate everybody who came. It was a great show. We definitely had good vibes, and the whole thing was go take your mom out or give your mom a call or go give her a hug. So afterwards, I went and made breakfast for Tony. It was closer to lunch, so we had what would you call it, brunch, And then my mom lives 5 houses from me, so I had made her a nice plate and took it down to her and asked her if she had eaten yet, and whether or not she had or not, she was very happy. Give her a nice big hug. So shout out to all the moms again, or all the ladies out there again, because Mother's Day is very appreciated, and we appreciate all of you and what you do for us.
Yeah.
What's up, Damon Lee?
Yep.
How you doing?
Yeah. I'm basically like the middle out of 5 kids. My eldest live in San Diego, so one of my sisters, a little personal note, joined the Marines, just like her older brother, my brother. Bless her heart. She served our wonderful country. But my the 4th child, my sister, I'm very close with her daughter. I consider her like a little sister, so I also saw her, and every time she sees me, my niece, she's like, "John Jay, I made this for Mom." I said, "Oh wow," because she's very, very cool. They got a great relationship, like that little girl and the mom. So I got to hang out with them as well. So went to all the good family members. Yeah, as I get older, I start to realize, like my grandfather said, when you get older, John, and you have big families, it's you become more softer. So, and that little girl always makes me soft for some reason. That's why people make fun of me. I said, if you're a dude, have daughters. Like if you have a boy, that's cool, but a daughter, they soften your heart for some reason.
What's up, Spongy? Welcome back. And make sure y'all hit that like
What up,
button.
Eagles, J-Mouse? Mouse down. What's up, Spongy?
Spongy. Yeah,
Make sure
Spongy
y'all hit
says.
that.
Yeah, Spongy told me when I was on, I don't know what channel. He says that they're going to sweep the Giants.
They keep thinking that, and look what's going to happen. They play us back-to-back weeks, I think, within 2. So we're going to have plenty of time to scout them. We don't have to worry about them that later in the season.
Make sure y'all hit that like button, that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribe to all our channels.
I think Lawrence, the last time I saw his channel, he's at 700.
Congrats.
Hey,
I think. Yeah.
That is so awesome. I'm reading the comments right now. Bebop just subscribed to Lawrence. I don't know if you've ever seen him before or not, but because I'm not. Don't pat me on the back. I'm not breaking my arm or nothing. But David, you and me, Lawrence, Tony, coming together and collabing. We just got Lawrence to subscribe. Let's go. Let's build this community, guys. Shout out to Bebop. Bebop everywhere. I tell you what, he's a true faithful.
Yeah, and also when I was watching the show, Tommy, was goofing around a little bit. I will say this, even though I'm not a Laker fan, I always give Corona a hard time. Congrats to all the Laker fans. They're moving on. So I gotta eat my, one thing about me, like I will own up when my team loses. So props to they beat my team. They beat my team. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, Brian Cup. If you was the coach of the 49ers, how would you beat the Giants? How you do?
Well, I look at the Giants and I think they are very similar to how we play football. We're a ground and pound team. They like to bootleg a little bit. They like to use their quarterback a little bit on the outside, but they like to hand off a lot. And then they want to surprise you again with play action maybe a little bit. And maybe now that they have a tight end that they can throw to, I think that's something that we should really look at, because Waller's a really good tight end. So with the Niners transitioning to these ball hawk corners, and we're maybe not necessarily, I'm not saying they can't tackle. Everybody in the NFL should tackle, but these guys can catch footballs, right? I'm thinking maybe, like our linebackers are going to have to be more of tacklers, and maybe they won't have to worry about trying to pick the ball off so much. So if I was the coach of the 49ers and I was playing the Giants, I would, again, try to play Niner football. and try to dominate the time of possession and, take as much time out of the clock as possible, go down the field. If I can get 10, 14 minutes out of a drive, that's what I'm looking for. And if finish with a touchdown, then I would be very happy, because I don't see the Giants being the type of team that has explosive offense. Not saying that they can't, but that would be surprising, right? That would be like a blown coverage or something, just in my opinion, my humble opinion. But I just see the Giants, the way the Giants are going to beat us, they would have to out physical us. They would have to come and they would have to get the turnover differential. They would have to win us in that category. So if the Niners come in and we put the ball away, we don't have turnovers, and we have the time of possession, I don't see the Giants beating us. So that's how I would try to plan the game against the Giants if I was the coach.
Okay. Yes. I agree with everybody said, you know. Because the same thing most I think we got to keep pressure on Daniel Jones, run the ball, keep their offense, try to keep their offense off the field.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
make their tire their defenses out
Mhm.
by playing keep away.
Yep.
Okay, coming in, he lives in another state where he's 10 hours ahead of us. He is probably morning time over there where he lives.
Hmm? Is it who we think it is?
It is. Oh, wait, he disappeared. Oh man,
Who was it? Damn.
it was Minor Niner Jeff.
Mhm.
Oh, I
Oh
thought it
no,
was going to be Gavin.
no, he lives in Israel.
Uh-huh.
He lives in Israel. He's in Jerusalem. I think.
I
Yeah,
thought it was going to be Gavin.
that's a long time difference.
Gavin, he was on Brian's chat this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw Gavin this morning.
Gavin. Sheesh. Right now, Gavin. Let's see if I do the math right. It's almost 4 a.m. in Wales. Hey, it's the little one.
Just doing my best doing dad duties. Tony's starting to cook, so I'm gonna try to hold him. I might go off camera a little bit,
Mhm.
but if you guys ask me a question, just I'll unmute.
Mhm.
All right, little one. Okay, let me see what else. It was just another question I was just thinking about.
Mhm.
Okay, YTC.
Uh-huh.
What team on your schedule that you are looking forward to playing? Like, I cannot miss this game. I gotta watch this game.
I don't miss any single Giants game, but if I had to put it on my finger, on there, I had a top 5. I put it on my Instagram, and these are my top 5 I looked forward to. I think number 1 was Buffalo. Number 2, the 49ers. Number 3, Seattle on Monday night. Number 4, the Dallas Cowboys at home, and then number 5, the Eagles game on Christmas. Those were the 5 games on my list I'm looking forward to.
Now your favorite game is the Commanders. I'm just playing.
What do you mean? 2 extra bye weeks? Okay.
I know how much you don't like Commanders.
I don't feel bad for them. They're practically what you guys are with Arizona at that point. So.
Oh man.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to definitely the Niners and Bills game are in my top 2. Definitely, yeah. It's going to mentally test our team. Those are the 2 best teams I can think of that can mentally test us and see if we're legit or not. So, definitely. And it's on primetime too, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. John Jays.
Yep.
What team are you? Like you said, you want to watch some games? Like, ooh, when we play this game, I mostly want to watch this team. Let's play. Who you looking forward to playing?
Let's see. There's a lot of good choices. We got a lot of good choices. I'm gonna pick 3 teams. Seattle, because for whatever the reason, they always find ways to make it competitive. I want to also have the Bengals, because that's going to be a fun game to watch. I'm not going to miss that game because Joe Burrow, he's considered one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. That game might be a CBS game of the week, but the game I think that is more important for me is Philadelphia, because that was a bad taste in my mouth last year where our quarterback broke his arm. It wasn't his fault. He got tackled. It happens. And after that, it was just like an unfair advantage. And I think the Niners want to win that game to show that if we have a competent quarterback, someone who can throw the football, we can win. So I think that's how the Niners feel it. And I think Niner fans want to see that game. And I think they put the game at a good point during the playoff race after the bye. Because
Definitely.
it's more meaningful, because it was very early in the league. I mean, earlier in the year, that would have been fun, getting our rematch earlier. But I think it's always good to have some teams near the bottom of the schedule because it's more meaningful. So, yeah, the Eagles game.
Mm-hmm. We both have a bone to pick with Philly. But
what's up, Jeff?
Definitely.
So, Jeff, I tried about to bring you in. You disappear on me. Jeff, you still there? Jeff, can you hear me? If you say we can't hear you. Okay, David McNiner. What team? Huh?
I was gonna say the Eagles is the one game that I really want to watch. Now I want to watch every game, but when it comes to local television, they'll show the Broncos even if they're trash over a good football game. So
yeah, that's right.
it's like, yeah, it sucks. But yeah, I definitely want to watch that Eagles game because the Niners are thirsty.
Okay, Brian Cup.
Yeah, my favorite game this week, this season to watch. Is that the question?
Yes.
Oh, I wish this was multiple answers.
Well, you can.
You can.
Okay, so my highlighted game.
Yeah, I did a top 5. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'll do a top 5. Pittsburgh, Cowboys, Seahawks on Turkey Day, Eagles and Cardinals, Eagles and Ravens on Christmas. Those are my highlighted games. And then like multiple mentions would be like the Giants, the Bengals, the Vikings. I think those are going to be hard games for us as well. But I think everything else, the Niners should really potentially just walk away with. So again, like the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's going to be rough because it's in Pittsburgh. Their first technical home game since 2014. I think the Cowboys, that's our first Sunday night matchup since 1990 or 1991. And then, we can jump down to Turkey Day, the Turkey Revenge Bowl, whatever you want to call it. And then the Eagle Bowl, like our NFC Championship game. I just hope the Niners don't go in thinking that's the mindset that it's our Super Bowl. We're above the Eagles, so we just need to go in and act like it's a regular game. And then the Baltimore Ravens is a very touchy subject for me because we lost to them in the Super Bowl. So every time we play them, I always just want the Niners to beat them. So what was it, 2019? They beat us in 2019, I think it was. So I'm not a big fan of the Ravens. And then it being on Christmas, that would be a great Christmas present. Those are my games, Corey.
Okay. Jeff,
Yeah.
what game are you get to watch all the games out there where you at? And what game
Yeah,
are
I do watch all the games where I'm at. I wake up for them most are between 1 and 3 in the morning. It's now 6 in the morning here.
Okay. What game are you looking forward to watching?
All games. Basically, the Niners are more important to me than sleep, so
True
as
that.
you can see.
If
Yep.
you are 100% a faithful, I can definitely beat my heart and tell everybody else, beat the drum. Jeff is a faithful.
Oh, yeah.
24/7, you are popping in.
Yep. I mean, there's two things that's mentholated here: cigarettes and shaving cream. I even took the mentholated shaving cream because I need to stay up. But I'm gonna go with the as far as the teams are concerned. I'm gonna base everything on the mascots, based on what Brian was saying. The Jaguars. I still would like to see that Jaguar kick a field goal in those Speedos.
Why? Oh man. Well, if you can rock,
Because I don't think the lady. I don't. If the ladies are a fan of the Niners or they're not, I don't think they're going to complain if the Speedo drops.
well, with that too, like 100%, but there should be no leg restriction. So that Jaguar, that cat should get pretty good leg, So
hey, if you can,
That's true.
if you can rock it, you can rock it. Not everybody can.
So,
Okay.
like I was saying last time, as far as the Jaguars are concerned, since their mascot's a pansy, everyone on the team is a pansy, and they will lose. You are much reflected by your mascot, honestly. It does, bring motivation to the game. It does. It has a lot to do with it. I think that we're definitely going to beat the Giants. I mean, that's not even a question. Or who I call the Red and Blue Fairies. And their mascot is something off the Captain Crunch box. I was just going to say that.
We're talking about that AI thing. Oh my god!
Wow. Hey, Jeff, I want to introduce you my boy White TC. He's a Giants fan.
Well, he's on a Niner channel. You knew that coming in.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I've known it for a whole year now. So.
Oh, and Brian, speaking about when you were talking about I think it was you that mentioned. I could be wrong, but something about the Niners shooting themselves in the foot. Was that you on the? Somebody said that.
you'd have to elaborate because I might have said that, but you'd have to elaborate for me to.
I'm trying to remember what the context was. Something about I don't know, like they with a certain player, they shot themselves in the foot, or a certain play.
Yeah, I might have said it, but I would have to know a little bit more of the context.
Maybe.
But but basically, if we're talking about shooting ourselves in the foot, I mean, nobody shot himself in the foot more YTC than Plexico Burress, literally.
Urus, I'm not quite familiar with what you're talking about. Urus.
Plexico Burress, I said.
Burris, but okay.
Burress, okay. But his wife was what's it called? I'm not sure if you know this, but his wife was a lawyer, and she didn't tell him to put on the safety. It's quite strange. But and now if we're talking about the Vikings based on the mascot, they had girly legs. And the story there. I mean, we're definitely gonna wipe the floor with them. Who else? The Eagles. I just want revenge. You know, I think that's what everybody wants. I mean, they took out our quarterback, so they seem to be making a habit of that, and the refs seem to be getting away with it. So I'm not thrilled with that. But they definitely took out our quarterback. So revenge on that would be good. The Chiefs, of course, because we lost to them in the Super Bowl, so it'd be nice to take them out too. I know the Bengals are a tough team with Joe Burrows, but it's going to be neck and neck. The truth is, but I still think we're going to come through on that. And it'd be nice to beat them too, because we've lost to them in the Super Bowl before. Obviously, the Cowgirls, that's an easy win. And who else is left? No, I think that about sums it up. Oh, and the Ravens, of course.
Yeah,
But there was
I was
no
about to
greater
say
game than the Hardsboroughs people playing each other. That was classic, and that, unfortunately, that'll never happen again. But that was really something to watch.
David Corona.
Yes,
Quote
sir.
the Raven, nevermore.
Exactly.
What 49er game are you looking forward to play against? I gotta see this one. I can't even go umpire for this one. Can't miss this game.
I'm waiting for the Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Cowboys, Cincinnati, Eagles, and Ravens.
All right. Well, come on, Corona. We know why you said the Cowboys.
No.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so what I'm looking forward to playing, even though I hope he plays, because it's gonna be a preseason game. I wish we played him in regular season.
Oh, the Raiders?
Yes. I want to face our old quarterback, Jimmy G. I hope he plays, but he might play.
Yeah, you
I don't want to get hurt.
want to play James Richard again?
I'm not going to play this game.
Yeah. James Richard.
And my next game, I want to go and play is the New York Giants. I'm looking forward to playing them.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
So
Yeah.
I can go have fun with YTC if we beat them. I can go have
You
fun with
wanna troll me,
YTC.
all
Say, YTC. Guess who won? The 49ers won. Yeah.
I wonder what the excuses will be if we win.
Wow.
YTC said he's gonna bet me $100.
$100?
Really?
Come on, Corona. What do you mean bet you $100? Like, you gotta wait till Sunday Night Football to do that.
I'll be waiting.
Oh no, the joke flew over your head. When I meant you gotta wait till Sunday Night Football is because we play the Cowboys week 1.
Nah.
And then the other game I'm looking forward to playing against is, like everybody, the Eagles.
Oh yeah.
I want to face them Eagles.
Yeah, everybody has the Eagles.
And also,
I mean, they're the number one target,
in,
so of course.
You want to rip out their
in
talent.
Seattle. I want to play against Seattle because I want to prove that that we can be.
I also want to play Seattle as well. They got
That
lucky
it
against
was
or whatever.
There was
Yeah.
no fluke was sweeping them last season. Okay, I'm gonna ask this question because I'm looking at y'all like Brian Cub does it, John Jay does it, and every time I'm in somebody's channel, I can't comment in the chat unless I leave and go to another chat. Leave, go back to the YouTube. So how y'all being on here and chatting in the chat?
Simple. They could just be on the. I do it all the time. Just be on your computer and just type on your phone. I have two different. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why would be on the phone?
When we're streaming together, I have the option to be able to like click in the comments and type, or when I'm streaming on my own, I can talk in the comments. So I don't know if there's something that we could. It's a question for Ryan, I think. But what I got going on is my phone on the side, and that's how I'm able to communicate in the chat and keep the chat going and do the stuff in the background. Because when the chat's going, people are interacting and stuff. We're having fun. We can get good communication and stuff like that. And then again, that's why when the chat's hopping and popping, we appreciate everyone. We're all having fun here, but that's what I'm doing, Corey. Is I got my phone on.
Okay, because I'm like when I'm in yours, I'm like I'm looking at the chat but I don't see nowhere I can comment in the chat. And same thing
shout out my
on John
boy.
Jay's.
I got the same problem.
From the East Coast, DST, another 49er fan. And congratulations on your Eat. Moving on.
I'm from the East Coast also, John Jay, by the way.
It's going to be the Lakers and the Heat in the NBA Finals.
Nope.
No. Nuggets are going to knock them out in 4.
Imagine that happens. I'm buying a lottery ticket.
I know you are, John Jay.
I will. If the Nuggets win in 4 games,
don't buy a lottery ticket.
That's
don't.
not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
The Lakers are going to win in 6.
The Lakers are going to win some games. I'm not going to lie. They're going to win some games. But if the Nuggets go 4-0.
Let me go ahead and put the link in the chat in case the people want to.
If the Lakers don't win one or the second game over there at the Nuggets place, it's going to be very hard to come back and win. And you know what I mean?
You mean when the Lakers don't win in the Nuggets place?
We will 1-1 at least.
Oh man, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it remains to be seen.
Yeah, so the conference finals are set up. You got Boston and Miami, and then you got Denver and Los Angeles.
John Jay's favorite basketball team.
I don't like any of those teams. No.
He did that on purpose.
I would rather be a Knicks fan than say anything nice about the Lakers.
I am so pissed the Knicks are out. I am a New Yorker after all. Just don't like the Giants or the Jets.
Oh man.
Okay, coming in. I believe he's from New York, same place, YTC.
And Jeff.
And Jeff. EST.
Dun, 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 dun. We just needed Julius Randle to pull a Julius Randle, and everything came to place in a short 6-game series. There's nothing short about 6 games.
That's true.
Yep.
But I gotta say this: respect to the Knicks, to pushing after a mediocre run. Don't know what they're going to do about Julius Randle. But I'm proud that he just made it this far as a play-in team to make it to the conference final in the past 2 seasons in a row. So that's nothing short of a miracle.
I agree.
Uh-huh.
The
So
fraudulent
DSC.
Bucks. Yeah, go ahead. It's my fault, Corey.
What games are you looking forward to play this season? 49ers. What game are you looking for?
Come to think about it, I haven't almost every game. I'm more concerned about the Cardinals because I don't know, something about just beating them with those new uniforms on will be so satisfying. But I would like this. I would like our divisional championship rematch against the Cowboys, just to get Cowboys fans upset. And of course, our September 21st game against the Giants. That'd be fun.
Okay.
My leg. No, stop.
Oh God.
What's up, DSG?
Just chilling, Whiteys.
Congrats to you, Heath, by the way. Even though, yeah, congrats, by the way. Randall and fucking Barrett.
Hey, YTC, there's nothing to be ashamed of. You should be proud the Knicks even made it this far to the conference semifinals.
I am, but I'm just, it left a sour taste. 4 for 24 with 2 shooters combined that are number 2, number 3 would definitely leave a sour taste in anybody's mouth.
I agree, YTC.
Going
Got
over 7.
Randall and you got Brunson dropping 40, and then yeah, Randall
Brunson,
and Barrett want to go 4 for 24.
He was averaging around 45 minutes, 48 minutes in Game 5 to even keep the series alive against the Heat. That was hard carrying as I ever saw, man. Shout out to Brunson. He deserves that money.
So YTC, not YTC, DSC.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking forward for the 49ers to play the Giants?
Yeah. It's always good.
Who you think gonna win that game?
Depending if either Lance is good or Purdy's healthy, I'm still pushing for the Niners. Because I feel like either quarterback, we can literally just pick up a fan and we could just win that way.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm not gonna underestimate the Giants' pass rush.
Okay. Let me see. What you think is our toughest stretch of games in 2023?
Was that a question for me?
Yes.
Run that by me one more time.
What is our toughest stretch of games on the 49ers 2023 schedule?
Yep.
I say our toughest stretch would literally be our last. I don't want to say our last 4 games of the season or our last third, because we kick off December against Philly. Then we got a divisional round. Then we got a divisional matchup against Seattle. That's still going to be a tough team over in the division. Depending if everybody's healthy in Arizona, that's going to be tough. And then we got Baltimore.
Yep.
But that's all in speculation.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned around October 8th. probably a stretch of games around where it's the Giants and it ends with the Jaguars, because at least I've seen these offenses before and they've been consistent. Especially, we're going to finally get a full season of Deshaun Watson. So the unpredictable concerns me. So stretch around like September 21st around to November 12th.
Yeah. And yeah, every game is hard in the NFL. Like the Steelers had a winning record, and then you got the Rams that were 5-12. You know, and then you got the Giants that were a playoff team, and then you got a Cardinals team that was, I think, bottom of the division. Then you got the Cowboys that were a playoff team, and basically you got Cleveland that missed the playoffs. You had Minnesota who made the playoffs but they lost, and you got the Cincinnati Bengals. So like it's a mixture, like 4 teams that made the playoffs and 4 teams that were not good. So you know, like every game in the NFL is hard. So.
Dude, we actually play all 6 NFC, or is it 7? Yeah, well, we were the 7th, so we play the other 6 teams that made the playoffs last year on our schedule.
Excuse me.
Let's see. Well, I had a question. I should have wrote it down. Okay, John Jay.
Yep.
If you was coach, who would be your starting offensive lineman?
So Trent Williams had left tackle. Both my guards are Burford and Banks. Center is what's his name? Jake Brendel and Colton McKivitz. That's my starting 5 offensive linemen.
Okay, David McNiner.
I'd have to go, Trent Williams, Aaron Banks. I'd plug it in Feliciano at center because Brendel did get it together the last, 5 games-ish of the season. And if he keeps playing like that, he might just win the starting job, but he's got some competition this year. But I'm plugging in Feliciano at center. And then we got Burford at right guard. Hopefully the guy put on 15, 20 pounds because, he was 300 last year, and it'd be nice to see him a little bit bigger and stronger. And then we got on the right tackle, I got to go with Colton McKivitz. He did play well for Trent Williams when he was, out in 2 seasons ago, and I got hope that the guy is what we're looking for, that when it comes down to it, I'd take an average run blocker, but a guy that's pretty good at pass blocking over McGlinchey, who is good at run blocking, but, got choke slammed by Micah Parsons,
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Brian Cup.
Yes, sir. As far as the offensive line, I can't tell you every player, name, but I can tell you Trent Williams is definitely a starter. Just like David McNew, he said the next guy, Aaron Banks. Feliciano, I don't know if he's going to be our center, but he is one of those guys that can play other positions too. I was watching a tape today, and I don't know the guy's name, but he's somebody that we brought in that they're really high on as a center. So I could see something like that possibly happening where there could be some kind of shakeup, but I'm going to trust the process. I know we have at least a solid, and whoever they put from the left side over from center, I'm just going to trust the process.
Okay. David Corona.
Anyways, I'll see you guys soon. My computer's about to die.
All right,
Okay,
Mike.
before you,
All right, YTC, have a good one,
Yeah,
buddy.
Corey.
Have a good night, YTC.
what about
think
you, Ted?
You are the best giant, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, thank you.
Who's
Yeah,
your
Corey?
who you is coach of the Giants? Who you want to be your off the line, your starters?
Who I want my starters to be?
Yeah.
Andrew Thomas, that kid Ezadu we drafted last year, not this year, the year before that in the third round. The John Michael Schmitz kid. Obviously they're gonna put Glowinski at right guard, and then Evan Neal. That's practically it.
Okay.
Starting offensive line, yeah.
Are
But
we
yeah,
gonna
I'll
be
see you
able-
guys soon.
Are we gonna be able to do Wednesday again?
Yeah, I'll try to make sure I tune in, but definitely, if anything pops up, I'll let you know. But yeah, expect me by Wednesday.
Okay.
I'll
Have
see
a
you
good
guys
night.
soon. Have a good night.
You too.
Have a good night, YTC.
I think I have to agree with David Menina said. Yeah, all those guys he said, I think all those guys will step up. We do good, and block for our quarterback, so he could run Trey Lance or Brock Purdy or whoever's our quarterback.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Sam Darnold. Whoever's our quarterback, they need to block him, so he doesn't have to run all the time, and then just throw the ball. He has all these weapons, so yeah.
Okay. DST, same question.
A possibility that the only position that's going to be up for grabs possibly is in the right guard. I don't know if it's still going to go to Manning. I think Spencer Buford. I think they're going to be really relying still on their veteran help that's been consistent. I'm not changing much of the offensive line. I'm trusting the process over this state because we know how much, you got to build your reps whenever you're playing offensive line.
I think we just became best friends.
Okay. Now, Brian was having this discussion this morning on his show. What players on the 49ers do y'all think this is their last season with us?
Shit.
John Jay.
Let's see. My first choice is what's his name, Tayshaun Gibson. I think whatever happens this season, he might overprice himself if he has a good year, or he may, his age is going to catch up, and then they're going to say, "All right, well, we just drafted the Penn State kid." So I think he's the guy because we drafted, our very first selection was the safety. So I think that says a lot. So Tayshaun Gibson, I think he may be the odd man out for next year.
Okay. David McNiner.
I have to agree. Tayshaun Gibson is definitely, he was thinking about mulling over retirement anyway, so this is more than likely his last season in the NFL. But when it comes down to it, I kind of have a hot take. We're going to be trading Debo next offseason.
Actually, I agree.
You think we're gonna get some good picks out for him, or
mid-round
good
picks?
good value, like value?
Value wise, it depends on the kind of season he has, but I could see us at least getting like a second and a fourth, something like that, compensation.
Yeah.
But because Ayuk is going to be up for contract, and you can't have two big contract wide receivers on the roster. Ayuk is more of a pure receiver than Debo.
Okay, DSC.
I actually don't think they're going to be expired, but I do feel like they're going to be traded middle of the 2023 season. If it's not going to be if it's not going to be Debo Samuels, I know Tayshaun Gibson would be up for grabs, possibly as a middle of the road exception around the deadline. I was having thoughts of Trey Gernlaw possibly being a trade asset if nothing works out.
Okay. Brian Cup.
What's your question exactly, Corey? Because I know everybody's kind of said some stuff. So
I said, who you think this season? Who's gonna be their last season with the 49ers?
potentially it could be Juice Check. Kyle Juice Check. I would hate to see that happen. I think really honestly it depends on how far we go this season. If we get to the championship and lose, I think that's going to be devastating to this NFL, this 49er roster. I think they're going to crack. If we go to the Super Bowl, I think a lot of them are going to try to gel together and stick together so they can do it again. But some of them might break apart to go see if they can get the bag somewhere else. So yeah, I think like Gibson, he could retire, but I also think Kyle Juszczyk, he could be on his way out. I mean, if you win the Super Bowl, what else do you really want at a certain point, right? So like I could see like even maybe Armstead walking away. He wants to be like this guy that helps the community and stuff like that out. So, and he does. He's a really great, supporter of Sacramento. So after you win the Super Bowl, I mean, you're still going to get sponsors and endorsements. So I think
thinking he might go to a West Coast team?
No, I would say like something like potentially like with Armstead. If he was to win the Super Bowl, I think he could potentially like walk away from the game. He's done everything he needs. He's got the money.
Retire.
Exactly. Retire on top, right? So, I mean, like that would be a surprise retirement, right? I could see that.
The plantar fasciitis, his foot problem. This is a real possibility.
And that's why I'm kind of have it in my head as a lingering potential possibility. If you can make it this season, you win the Super Bowl, why not just walk away? What else? Why keep on struggling? So I would say maybe Armstead, if that would be like my final answer.
Yep. And before I ask David Corona and give my answer, let me bring in Steve.
What's up, Steve-O?
What's up?
I'm thinking third down Jennings. I think this might be his last year with the 49ers.
I like that. I like that, David Corona, but we have like 12 wide receivers. I don't know if Juwan makes the team this year.
Oh,
I think he will. I think he will. But that's a good guy to pick because look what happened with Kendrick Bourne, right? Yep. He went and signed that contract with the Patriots. Same thing's probably going to happen with Juwan.
Yep. Yeah.
It was Bashar 49er minded. How you doing?
Yeah. I've been thinking for a while that when Juwan Jennings becomes a free agent, like I kind of felt that, I was just, just saying, a possibility that Juwan could be the odd man out because David McNiner said something very, interesting. Like if we try to pay 3 receivers, I don't know how the Niners will do that, but, someone, may have to be like one of our receivers, may be the odd man out. So it's just like, unfortunately, that, the NFL has a salary cap. If the NFL didn't have a salary cap, then you'll be able to sign everybody back and not worry about free agency. So that's a good possibility. Like, that next year one of our wide receivers will be gone. Could be Debo. We might trade him. Could be Jawan Jennings on the free agent market. So
Yep, I think same thing. You're watching. I don't think this is gonna be. He gonna make. I think he's gonna make the team this season, but I think this is gonna be his last season. I think he's gonna want the bag next season. He ain't gonna be one of
Yeah, he wants to get paid.
He ain't gonna want to keep signing these little friendly deals. He's gonna want to get paid. So, and also, I kind of agree with Brian with Juszczyk. Think this is his last go round.
Could be.
And also, I agree that our defensive Arm said, yeah, this might be his last go round too. Especially if we make the Super Bowl. He probably gonna say, yeah, I'm tired because of his feet. The one thing I was looking for was going to the Super Bowl and winning it. And getting that. So I got it. Now I can go.
Yep.
Okay, Steve, what's yours? Who do you
What's the
think?
question? What was the question? Sorry, I was making food.
Who do you think is their last year this year with the 49ers? Who do you
Ooh,
think after the season that we're going to lose?
John Lynch.
Damn.
No, honestly, last year, if I
Right
think
for
we
the
won,
jugular.
if we won it, I think John Lynch would have retired, and I kind of think the same this year as well. I mean, because even if he retires and say we go back to back and win 2 Super Bowls, he's still going to get that credit. But as far as players, yeah, I can see Juszczyk. I mean, he's getting up there. I mean, he's pricey for a fullback. I mean, I have faith in Javon Kinlaw. Like, I'm not going to give up on the guy because he has raw talent. So I would say Juszczyk. Everybody else, I think we got a 2-year window still. But as far as McNiner was talking, as far as Ayuk, like I've been saying for like 2 years, Ayuk, he's probably unfortunately going to be a cap casualty. And and I like Ayuk. I want to keep him, but somebody might have to go. But my whole thing is with Ayuk is everybody turned on Debo for some reason. I don't know why, but Ayuk scored he caught 1,000 yards last year, right? 1,000 yards in 17 games. So not only did they add an extra game, but Debo didn't play for 4 of those games. Okay, so now you got to up it up from 1,000 yards. So what I mean, if Debo's not playing for 4 games and you barely squeak by 1,000 yards, I'm not seeing. What I mean? Like, it's not enough to me. So I don't see his value as much as like somebody like say Debo being traded the way he was leading the league in or top 3 leading the league in receptions before they decided to use him as a running back. So I still think Debo is more valuable than Ayuk. And I love them both.
Okay. What running back y'all think might make the team this season? We already know CMC.
I hope Mitchell. He gets hurt a lot though.
That's the thing about Mitchell. Is the guy has he's good, but keeping him on the field is incredibly hard thing to do. Apparently.
So CMC's RB1, right?
Yes, for sure. But you know what? TDP, I could see him getting cut because Jordan Mason plays special teams, and we all saw that 55-yard run against the Seahawks. I mean, the guy has,
Jordan Mason
he
got
has
some
a
speed.
serious upside to him. You got CMC, you got Mitchell. Those three are making the squad. But I honestly think one of these undrafted free agents that we signed. I mean, I've been watching some tape on Iwat. I've been watching some
Iwat
tape on
Randall.
that guy. I probably hacked his name up, and sorry about that. But I've been watching. I don't think TDP is going to be able to beat him out.
I think he needs the first shot.
What you think, John Jay?
Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry, Corey.
I said, our running backs, who you think is going to make the team? We know CMC is there.
So looking at our running backs, the running backs that we've had last year, we traded one of them to Miami, which was Jeff Wilson. So we had, after we made that trade, we had McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, and Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason, for some reason, didn't play a lot of games, but he had some touches. Elijah Mitchell was hurt for almost the entire season. Christian McCaffrey, he stayed healthy, and when he's healthy, he's a dangerous running back. We have a Ty Davis Price, who was also on the squad, didn't play a lot. And we drafted some running backs. We got some running backs in the undrafted free agent market. So, I think Ty Davis Price is going to be the odd man out. He's like a Trey Sermon. For whatever the reason, we draft him, we don't play him, and Jordan Mason, may be up there in the depth chart, and we got some more backs. So TDP, I think he's the odd man out.
Okay, DST.
Kind of in the same boat as John Jay at this point because of the rotational reps. Even though David Price Terrion has yet to prove himself, we got two rookie halfbacks. I feel like they're just going to be giving over their raw talent though. So I at least see Reynolds because of their younger upside. Jordan Mason could be the odd one out, even though there's been times when he's been a massive at least third down converter. But I feel like it's just going to be the eye test for certain players. And usually that plays a factor, especially in the plural level.
Okay, Brian Cook.
Yeah, I would look at it like the same way. Basically, basically the same way. We're just waiting to find out. I can't really add to what you guys are saying because you guys have kind of nailed it. So my hands are kind of tied. You guys are nailing it for me tonight, and I'm in and out. I'm sorry I'm not on camera. I got dad duty, so. But
okay. I don't know where Chardall is.
Corey Davis, I have to leave.
All right.
Ready. Thanks for having me on, though. It was great seeing you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed spending time with your mothers.
Yep.
Over on Mother's Day.
Right, DS.
You guys have a great night.
Have a good one, buddy.
See you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, Chardall was heavily involved in Larry Kruger's baseball guy, Dan, whatever his last name is. He was in that chat mad, so that's where he was at.
We don't see much of Chardall over here.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's kind of a reason. We've had some things happen with the guy, and he left a very bad taste in my mouth a few times.
We say hi and goodbye in the same sentence, so it's not it's not one of those things. Like, he's a nice guy, but yeah, it's nice to say hi and bye at the same time. And
That's a yeah.
you
That's a
know,
good way to put it.
there's no like necessarily hate from my point, but you can see it from multiple angles. And it's just show it all. Thank you, but hello and goodbye.
That on the podcast here too as well. You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, the
I didn't,
Charlotte
I
is
didn't even
on
know.
must
I
see
didn't even know all
TV.
that stuff.
So Steve, what you think?
What was the question? So I'm trying to plug in my phone and my charger hasn't been working the last 2 days.
Running backs.
Oh
What
yeah,
running
yeah.
backs you think gonna make?
Elijah Mitchell. We'll probably keep that guy CMC. I'm guessing, and then I'm gonna go. I think we need a third down back, but I'm gonna say that. I don't know if TDP makes it. I'm gonna say Mason makes it, and then the fourth one is gonna be like a undrafted or a rookie or whatever.
Oh, David Corona.
Yeah, CMC, Mitchell, and yeah, I hope Price or I think he might get cut or released or I'm not too sure. You guys been saying it, so yeah.
Corey.
Well, for TDP to make the team, he has to have one. He has to show up
Yeah,
and
exactly.
actually do something because the undrafted free agents we have there's some pretty good running backs.
And that's the problem with the 3 preseason games now. I don't like.
Yes, Brian.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of players like Jake Colito from Oregon. I think he could make the team. I think Jordan Mason or JP Mason, however you want to say his name, I think he's definitely going to be a good player. I think TDP, he could make the team. It could happen. He's a third round, draft pick that we had from last year, but he could also be a casualty. So with that mindset, then somebody like what's our wide receiver we're really high on, number 6, oh my gosh, I can't think of him. We signed him to like a 4-year deal too. Not Richie James, but I can't think of his name. So it doesn't really matter what we sign you or draft you at. If you don't fit the scheme, we'll just cut you. And that's basically what I've been getting at. So with the running
You talking
back,
our draft pick Bell?
no,
Michigan.
Not Bell last year. Who's our fast guy that we picked up really? Who's supposed
Danny
to be?
Gray.
Thank you. So that's what I was saying. So like with that mentality, like we just cut, TDP, Trey Sermon. We could cut like Danny Gray. It's like the kind of the same mentality. We have so many running backs or so many wide receivers. So I think if they want to go in a different direction from last year and take a step, just to the side and be like, this is the mentality or this is the type of scheme that we need. I think a lot of people could really get cut, but yeah, I would like to see Mason make the team and Mitchell and CMC and from everyone else, Jake Colito, and from everybody after that, I'm whoever's the best player. Sorry, Corey, I had to really rehear your question.
Mine's I think we gonna be through with Elijah Mitchell because every year he's been hurt. He never makes it through the whole season. I think the Niners gonna say we gotta move on from this guy. I like the guy. He's a good player. It's just his what to say, what's it called?
Can't blame him if you do.
Your availability. What's how you say it? I can't think of the word right now, but we need somebody that can. We need. We can't depend on him to stay healthy this season. It's like almost he'll make it to 2 or 3 games, and all of a sudden he's out 3 or 4 games. And he come back, he may make it 2 games, 2 or 3 more games. And yeah, and plus when he's out doing most games where we need him, the playoffs. It's like we needed him this playoff, but he was out injured again. So I think they might, they might keep him and try to boost up his trade market. So just release him and try to trade him. Try to boost him up, hope he can stay healthy before the trade deadline and trade him. But, again, we'll be taking that risk of him not getting hurt.
Yep.
Brian wins with the Terminator shades.
All mine are out in my vehicles right now, so I can't.
Somewhat about to.
Brian, are you about to rap? Because he said you was wearing your shades. Can't hear you if you're talking. You muted.
The only thing I wrapped recently was a tortilla. So no. I like to throw the shades on every once in a while when there's a hot take, but no, yeah. I wrapped a tortilla earlier. That's about it.
The Lakers
number 3. Ray, number 3.
Is that his number?
Yes.
I never really.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It is his number.
I like the number 3 number, so yeah, it's his number.
I'm not sure Ray making.
Hey, that's a fact. That's a fact. We do need a D tackle that's thicker than a Snicker. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys think that we might put Kinlaw in the middle and put Armstead at the end? Even though I don't want to see that, but do you think that's going to happen?
I'm sorry, Corey. I was muted. I was doing something. My bad. Well, what I miss?
Okay. I'll ask, do you think we're going to, put Kinlaw in the middle and put Armstead at the end?
So, like hypothetically, again, this is just hypothetical. Like, if they want Javon Kinlaw to start, then where do you put Eric Armstead? And if you believe that those 3 guys, Hargrave, Armstead, and Kinlaw, going to start, I don't want to see that. So if Kinlaw has to become like a interchangeable, like he comes in like every other play to give somebody like basically like Armstead and Kinlaw like 50-50 reps in the middle, that might happen. But I want Drake Jackson on the edge. And if Kinlaw has to come off the bench, he has to come off the bench. So that's My thoughts on that.
David McKnight.
I don't know if Kinlaw is even going to make the team. You know, I mean, Steve Wilkes was saying good things about him, but that doesn't mean he's actually going to make the 53. And you know, we have Kalia Davis and Justin Hargrave, Eric Armstead. You know, T.Y. McGill was actually doing very well for us last season. You know, we have Kevin Givens. We just signed that one guy, Davidson. You know, and he's another shorter, stockier guy, you know. So when it comes down to it, Kinlaw has an uphill battle right now. And the number one thing is his knee needs to hold up. If his knee doesn't hold up, they might just do the injury. What was that? The same thing they did with DJ Reed, the injury waiver, you know, and then you never know what's going to happen.
Brian Cup. Can't hear you.
He messaged his
I try to mute because, you know, if the dog's barking and I got to look down at the computer. I'm so sorry. Kinlaw, I can't tell you if he was drafted as a defensive tackle or a defensive lineman. I've always seen him play on the inside. And I know Eric Armstead, he's busted out to the inside and the outside. So I would think if Kinlaw makes the team, it's because they don't want to cut him. And if they want to see if he has anything left in the tank or potential. I don't see the guy having a lot to do on the outside, but maybe a push on the inside might do well. If his knee is healthy or if he can play just a couple snaps a game and we can get some kind of production, I could see him. But yeah, I could see him also as a camp casualty. But that's my thoughts. But hey, Corey, I'm so sorry. I have to cut it short. I got the girls and the wife, and you know, got to go give them all hugs and kisses. And so appreciate you having me on, and appreciate all the good questions. David, Steve-O, John, Corey as well. You guys are all great. You guys are awesome. Thank you for having me on and having a good conversation. I'm going to jump out, and David, just let everybody know what to do tomorrow for us, and we'll hope to see you tomorrow. And again, happy Mother's Day to everybody. I'm going to get out and go Niners.
All right, Brian. Have a good night. Have a good night, Brian. Good night. Go Niners. That's right.
F those Rams.
Yep. Good
That's
night.
right.
Okay. And what was I thinking? Oh, Steve, what you think?
You pretty much forgot the question, but
do you think they're gonna
Kinlaw?
put Kinlaw in the middle and put?
No. I'm high on Kinlaw despite all the BS. I think he could, like, between him and Danny Gray, right? I expect Danny Gray to have 500 receiving yards this year, and I expect Kinlaw to have like 6 sacks at best. And then we cut ties. But I'm not, I'm not down on the guy. You know what I mean? Like, if you watch that Eagles game, Boza was getting laid on for 5 seconds. Nobody came and helped the Eagles guy off him. Like, everybody's getting blown up after the second half. The first half wasn't too bad. But anyways, I'm not down. The guy what McNiner brought me to a couple weeks ago, I think it was Kinlaw, or not Kinlaw, Hargrave starting next to Boza. Now that I didn't think about, and that intrigued me because that makes some good matchups, and we do a lot of stunts, so I'm curious on that. But I don't know if Armstead will go out to the edge or if he'll still be where he'll play, because I think Drake will probably get a lot. I assume we're going to be blowing some guys out, so there's going to be a lot of passive play. So I assume Drake's going to get a lot of playing time, but who knows? But I'm still high on Kinlaw. You have to be, right? I mean, despite everything, like his potential, his body size, like I'm still gonna trust that he can do it. For how long, who knows? But all I need is one season from the guy. That's all I need. 4 years, 4 mil, I don't care.
Okay, David Corona.
If he's healthy, yeah. But if he's not, then he needs to step it up. And yeah, like Steeple said, we need him for one season. And if he does good, that's great. But if not, it's like he's done. He won't be a Niner no more. So yeah, he needs to really step it up. So yeah, that's what I think.
Yes, I don't want to see Armstead out on the edge. So that would be a no for me. But if they do it, Kinlaw better step up. He will stop getting pushed around by these offensive linemen. I want to see you step up.
Like, what is your guys' potential of Kinlaw? Like, what do you think his best season? What do you guys think it would be?
Mine is he don't have to get a sack. He can just be putting a lot of pressure on that quarterback or the running back, stopping the running backs, not getting pushed around. Like I see him, getting pushed around like a rag doll. And I look at him, if I came face to face with him, I'd be scared of him. He looked like a mad dog. But he's not playing like a mad dog. He's playing like he's going against let me see. He's not playing what I thought he should play like.
And that's the problem with no tackles. It's not about stats.
What you think, John Jay?
So in the NFL, you have a nose tackle, which basically is two defensive ends, not edge rushers, and a nose tackle. If he's a nose tackle, he doesn't fit the scheme. Okay. If he's a defensive tackle, he fits our scheme because you need two defensive tackles and two edge rushers or two defensive ends. Okay, that's why you have the 4-3 and the 3-4. Okay, the Niners have been running a 4-3, 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers. So that's the biggest question. So what does a defensive tackle have to do to have really, really good stats? So you look at the NFL. Aaron Donald plays nose tackle, defensive tackle, and he had 22. I think he had like 20 sacks in one season. So defensive tackles, they play different styles. So for Kinlaw, he needs to stay healthy. That's the only criteria that I want from him is to stay healthy. Okay. At the same time, you have to bull rush. So when you're pass rushing, the difference between when you're pass rushing in the middle compared to outside, you go and attack in a diagonal and a pass rush type of style. But bull rushing is the way you go after a quarterback. You basically bull rush the middle and go through and then go straight at the quarterback because that's what you have to do. So it's about staying healthy and producing, basically disrupting the middle, breaking up and opening up the lane so your other defensive tackle and your edge rushers allow you to break down the offensive line. That's what a defensive tackle's job is to break the line open to allow the secondary nose tackle, D tackle to go into it and open up that lane and also help out the edge rushers. So when you're pass rushing a quarterback, you got a bull rush and you got a pass rush. You got to disrupt the offensive line, make the quarterback get the ball out immediately, making difficult mistakes and making bad throws. So that's what Kinlaw has to do. Has he done that in his technically one full season and technically 11 games in the last 2 seasons? That says a lot about Kinlaw. That's why people have been calling him a bust. This is the NFL. Just because the team likes you, just because they drafted you number 13 or 14, wonderful. But you still have to produce at the selection, and he has not lived up to that.
That was well said.
I need people in the chat. Let me know what you think. What do you think about that? What do you think about Kinlaw and what he needs to do this season? What you looking for from him? David McNiner.
Kinlaw? Number one, make the team. Number two, stay healthy. And number three, you're supposed to be that guy that's not getting pushed around. You're supposed to be that guy that holds your ground and makes it so the linebackers are clean to play the run, you know? So he does have a specific job to do. And I would honestly think, you know, this is his contract year because we declined his 5th-year option. So I would like to see, you know, anywhere from 6 to 10 sacks, anywhere in that range. And I would like to see a lot of run stops out of the guy. But is it going to happen? That's something I don't know, because what I saw last year when we were playing him late, I saw him getting pushed around, and it's almost like was scared to put pressure on that knee. You know, he was kind of scared to test that knee. So at this point in time, I want to see him. I want to see the fact that he can stay healthy, you know. And then if he has a monster season, then I guarantee you he's not going to be a 49er, because some team's going to come along and offer him a bigger contract than what we can.
Also, the Niners also misdiagnosed his knee, if I'm not mistaken, right?
They, I think, I don't know if it was the Niners or the doctors. I think it was the doctor's fault.
So I mean that hurts him as a player as well.
Yeah. And 49er Minder says Kinlaw should have I think he was trying to say never been a first round pick. A guy with bad knees like that before the draft even starts should get drafted in the round 6 or 7. Yep.
Yeah, he's not lying.
Yeah.
You know, we could play the woulda, woulda, shoulda thing, and you know, Tampa Bay traded with us to move up a spot to take Tristan Wirfs. You know, and then if we actually would have stayed at that spot and picked Wirfs, then we're all of a sudden, you know, trading McGlinchey somewhere for a 2nd or 3rd round pick. You know,
Right.
and
Nobody knows Wirfs would have been as good as he was. I mean, that's the whole if.
yeah. I mean, Wirfs is playing left tackle too, so you know he's not right tackle.
Is he?
A lot of guys get used to their side and their position, and they're just not good anywhere else. You know, so we really never would have known. But at the same time, Kinlaw, we shouldn't have. I mean, we pretty much traded DeForest Buckner and picked Kinlaw to be his replacement, and that did not work out.
Yeah.
Therefore, you know, the signing of Justin Hargrave, right?
And my only thing to that rebuttal is Kinlaw, as good as he was, he's a fan favorite. He's only made 2 Pro Bowls.
Buckner.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Is that what I don't know what I said, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Buckner's only made 2 Pro Bowls, so to act like he's an 8-time, you know what I mean? Like we do, we over 8-time, you know, I mean that's not he's made 2 Pro Bowls. He might have All Pro, all that confuses me, but last I checked, he only made 2 Pro Bowls. So I mean,
That's true. That is true. That is true. But he's a model of consistency. You
I know,
know,
like
he's on the field. He gets 7-ish sacks a season. You know, he plays the run good.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, John Jay.
Yeah, so like what David what McNiner said, it doesn't matter if you're a good player and they award you every year with an All Pro or a Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl basically it's now just a title for having a good year. It's just no longer what it used to be.
It's a fan base thing, right? It's a fan vote now.
Yeah, and an All Pro, is again, it's just like you had a good year because in college football, for those who watch college football, you have All Americans and the Heisman. People who have won the Heisman in college were the best, but did they become superstars in the NFL? No. If you're an All American, of any position, have you done really well? So when it comes to those, like the NFL has created that for basically like you're a good player. That's what you did. It's not like you accomplished everything. So like the MVP has become meaningless. Like basically, if you're a good quarterback, they're gonna give you the MVP. That's why they've created the Offensive Defensive Players Award because it's really unfair. So just because Buckner only was a 2-time Pro Bowler, All Pro, whatever, he was still a really good player. Like his stats said a lot. He did a really good job. He was a model. He was a model player, and never complained during those tough years before we became a good team. He wanted to be a Niner. He didn't want to leave, but the organization made we don't want to pay him too much money because we have more other priorities. So let's get the cheaper guy. And that's basically what it was. I think John Lynch made a mistake. And last year in 2021, when we played Indianapolis, he told the media, he says, I wasn't looking for 20 million, 21 million, 22. I was looking for around between like 16 and 20 million around there as a starting point. And then maybe they could have backloaded my contract, but he wasn't really looking for something very big. And then last but not least, why did he take his 5th-year option if he didn't want, to get paid? But I'm going to digress.
I totally agree. I mean, DT is not a good stats position, but let me throw this at you. If we didn't trade DeForest Buckner, because everybody's off, the Deebo Samuels, they got turned off him for whatever reason. If we didn't trade DeForest Buckner, we have no Ayuk. That was part of that trade.
Technically, the 49ers had the 31st pick overall, and we just used that pick just to move up a little bit.
We have no Ayuk if we didn't trade DeForest Buckner. It's just Deebo Samuels. You know what I mean?
But you do know that we had a 1st-round pick. That pick was Indianapolis. So even if we didn't trade, though if we didn't trade, the pick, they would have traded some other assets to move up. So, yeah.
And 49 Money says, I agree. Buckner is a low-key overrated. He was getting on in the Super Bowl versus Kansas City. He was getting pushed back like crazy in the 4th quarter in that run game. Yeah, he was. But also, he was getting held.
That's my biggest, thing about the whole Buckner trade was that he just got on one side of a 33-0 at halftime shutout, and he was a part of that, butt whooping that happened the second half. Buckner was a part of that, and that's why I feel bad.
Yeah. I love Buckner, but I knew why, why they went with Armstead and not Buckner. Because like John said, they thought they're gonna have to pay him 20-something million, 21 million or something to keep him. And they said, hey, we got Armstead going one's only 17. So let's go with that. And we just trade Buckner. And so they did it. They pulled the gun, trigger, and did it. And Buckner probably like you said, he wouldn't have wanted that. So I'll be like, hey, I like Buckner.
And see, I'm a little biased because I don't like Armstead. I have no reason why. I just don't. There's like 2 or 3 peoples in any sport that I just don't like. And I don't like Buckner. It's not his stats. I don't know what it is. I mean, he's a good guy. I just don't like him. And he was getting paid at one point more than Kittle. And to me, that's hard to fathom because he, a guy that blocks and scores touchdowns. I just, maybe that's what it is. I just, I can't compute that whole situation.
He wasn't getting paid more than Kittle. That's a complete lie. And I'm going to.
No, he was at one time.
No.
You're back.
Basically, his 5th-year option was $12 million. Kittle's making 15. So if you're going to argue facts with me, that's not the right thing to do.
I'll look it up. I'll be right back. I've looked it up twice, but I'll look it up a third time just to piece somebody.
Now, when he was on Indianapolis, he was being paid as one of the best defensive line players. So if you're talking about, but when he was on the Niners, he wasn't making any serious money.
Yeah. Buckner priced himself out of the Niners, and we didn't have enough cap space. We were playing Jimmy. It's better we waited and gave Hargrave that money. Yeah.
Yep, that's true too.
Okay. Who y'all think on our defense right now is gonna ball out? Gonna have a good season this year. He gonna be like catch all our eyes.
Bosa, of course. I think he's gonna get 22.5 sacks, and he's gonna break the all-time sack leader. I think Nick Bosa is gonna get it this year.
Okay. What you think, David McNiner?
I think having Hargrave right next to Bosa is going to benefit both of them. I definitely would like to see Bosa get that sack record, and having Hargrave right there next to him, and Armstead rushing from the inside, and hopefully Drake Jackson, gets his NFL body and is able to, step up from what he did last year, the 15% of the snaps. And yeah, I 100% see Bosa getting that sack record this year. He's just that good. That guy's about to get paid. We're going to hear about that later on this summer.
Okay. John Jay.
Oh, my bad. I was muted again. What was the question?
I said, who on our defense thinks gonna have that great year? Who's gonna catch our eye? Like,
man, that is a very, very tough question. It's a very, very tough question. Personally, last year, I said probably Ufunga was gonna probably be one player that was going to step up and become very reliable, and he did. I think, if Drake Jackson is, that other edge rusher, I think I'm not saying he's going to have, Nick Bosa numbers, but I think he'll have some sacks. I think he'll continue to bat the ball down like he did. He only played 15% of the snaps, and he had the highest percentage with the most batted balls because of the short. What's the word I'm looking for? Like the small percentage of being on the field. He did have an interception, I think, last year as well. I think he had 3.5 sacks. So I think he'll have a good year.
Okay. Yeah, I think our favorite. I'm thinking our defensive backs will have explosive because of our defensive line putting the pressure on the quarterback. I think they're gonna be throwing quarterbacks gonna be throwing low, trying to get the ball out of their hands real fast, and sometimes making that big mistake and getting our defense backs interceptions.
Are you doing any games, Corey? Like live, like what we doing right now?
I'm not that talented with doing the scoreboard and all that stuff, so
Oh, okay.
I let John Jay and YTC and all them handle that.
Yeah.
I'll be going back to my pick'em shows.
Okay.
You want to pigskin pick 'em? You do that for the season?
Yeah, been doing like weekly picks.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
You can only pick one team per year.
No, not that one. We pick all 32 teams, all the teams that play.
Oh,
Like, Monday.
Each week.
Oh, okay.
And now I gotta figure out what this how I'm gonna do it because of this I'm hearing there's some games that's gonna be played on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta figure that out.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So basically, it's every week. You go through the schedule. You pick the winner of the team, and then at the end of the year, I think yeah.
It's not like you can only pick one team per season, and then you got to pick another team.
Yeah, I saw that how they do that. Sometimes it's hard for me to understand that.
No, yeah. I'm from Nevada. We've been gambling since I was born, so.
No, I'm doing all 32 teams.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
That's cool. I'll be in there.
And David McLevin. I'm trying to think. I heard of that name before.
I'm expecting a big year out of Danny Gray. You know, like no matter who's the quarterback, I think Danny Gray's gonna prove himself this year.
Well, the whole reason we drafted him is to take the top off the defense, and I just having him out there and making defensive have to account for his speed and downfield ability is going to open things up in the mid and short range for Ayuk, Debo, and Kittle. And let's throw McCaffrey. Let's throw McCaffrey in there because we have to. So he's more important piece to the offense than a lot of people give him credit for.
Oh yeah, name the last receiver that did that for us. I can't, but I'm buzzing.
Yeah,
but
I can't either.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be. What's his name?
Pettis.
No.
Really? Cloud will have a good season with us again.
Number 11. His daughter, children died. Baby died or something.
But see, that's the thing.
Marquise Goodwin.
Oh yeah, good one.
See, little better. But yeah, that was the thing. You see, the Niners didn't have a deep threat for decades, right? And so what Kyle did was he changed the way that he drafted receivers. He drafted yak guys, right? Ayuk, Debo, they're yak guys, right? Now all of a sudden the league wants to go after yacht guys. I mean, yacht guys are, I would say, just as important as a deep threat guy, right? He changed the way the receiver position is played, in my opinion. And I think it's kind of like the Bill Walsh era. I think that's what Kyle did.
Mhm. Yep.
Well, I'm hoping everybody hit that like button because I had almost the biggest people in the chat today, 10 people.
I may not have, but I'm on my computer, so I will right now. No, yeah, I did.
Let me see what else. Oh, yeah, I already said mine. I said I'm thinking of somebody in the defensive backfield because of the pressure we're gonna put. Now, offense. Who do you think is gonna be the player that Wallace make us say, "Whoa"?
How many more years do we got? Ray McLeod.
Sam Darnold.
How many more years we got? Like 2 more. He got like 1 more year with 49ers.
I think one more.
Oh, 1 more.
Yeah.
Yeah, he signed a 2-year contract, so we got him for next season.
I hope we bring him back because I really like that guy. He's gonna go back to his own town, his own team. He got traded from Pittsburgh.
Nah, I don't think he's going back to Pittsburgh.
No.
Ray never really impressed me.
When the 49ers played Pittsburgh week 1.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Well, Ray did have that one run for like 72 yards, was it?
Yep.
That's about the most impressive play I saw out of him, though.
I remember like two big times he showed up, maybe a few catches. Like I hear people are biting at his heels, so I don't even know if he's gonna make the team. Like I'm just not a big Ray. Like on my Madden 23 mobile game, these guys are like, oh yeah, this that. I'm like, dude, he might not even make the team this year.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that Ty Martin, that guy, he's tall, kind of a little bit skinny, but he's fast. And I honestly think we have quite the competition going on at wide receiver. But anyway, I gotta get up in 6 hours to go to work.
Hey, man.
So,
Okay. So
before
you go,
you have a good night.
Hold on.
David McNiner,
Better man.
can you answer my question?
Okay, what you
David
got?
just took over my show and it's his question, but I said, who on offense you think is going to wow you?
I'm gonna go with Danny Gray because this is gonna be his. They're taking the red shirt off, so we're about to see what the kid's made of.
Okay, and yes, and Brian wants you to plug in y'all.
Oh yeah,
show.
yeah. We got the show. We got the show tomorrow night. Now we try to do it an hour earlier just because we don't like interfering with the other shows going on. But this is John. We got Johnny C on tomorrow night. Meet the Culpin McNiner show, and it's 6:15 Pacific time, which we actually try to go on 5:15. But a lot of this depends on our guest schedule too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll be on tomorrow talking to him. Ought to be a good one.
What time is that, David?
It's at 6:15 Pacific time. It's
Okay,
7:15 my time. 7:15 my time, Mountain Standard.
And
Okay,
even if you clash with other guys, there's still always playback. I watch playbacks. You don't get to interact, but still,
McNiner, you have a good night.
All right, guys. You guys have a good night. Go 49ers and fuck the Rams.
Oh, hell yeah.
Silence the Lambs. Oh,
Shoot,
yeah.
I forgot Rudy's on right now. No, yeah, I gotta dish it because they always give it. You know what I mean?
You definitely should.
We should all go to Rudy and troll him. I'm joking.
No. Like I understand. Like if the week you're playing, like all of a sudden we're playing the Cowboys, and then 1 or 2 Cowboys fans pop up, blah blah blah, and then it's done. I get that. All right, but this
Right.
constant Jim Rome or whatever, and Jim Everett, like constantly. Or they probably know more Niner chats than I know. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like that's like a little bit like overboard, in my opinion.
Well,
Mhm.
I don't want to sound mean, but if you're a Rams fan and you're hanging out at Niners, chats, what does that say about you?
Jealous.
Like I don't want to come out a little bit
Exactly.
strong, but like who? Never mind. Forget it.
That goes double for the Giants fan that was on earlier.
Like if I see one or two guys, Cowboys fans come on, like I'll pop into one of their streams for that week, but then I'm done. You know what I mean? But I do like Rudy, and I mean I like interacting with him. But like just like all year, like come on, man.
Listen, I've had Rudy on my show. I want to say maybe 3 times.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't hate the guy. I don't hate the guy. I remember
he's good.
I remember when I just started, watching Rumbo. I heard he was like 100 times worse. And then one day he started trolling me. Then he called himself the ultimate Niner report. So he was trying to troll me. So then I called in. I said, "Hey Rudy, whoever you are, man, you got the channel wrong. It's 49ers Ultimate Report." So then you go to Ramelia Sports Report or Ramelia whatever report. He got that for me. So I kind of inspired him. So and then he calmed down a little bit, and then somehow I had him on my show, and we were talking backstage before we started the show, and I was trying to tell him, yes, Santa Clara. So after that show, he started to put Santa Clara 49ers. Like he's not wrong, but that's kind of messed up because a person who grew up in the city, that's a little bit of a dagger because there's still a big contingency of people who live out here that are still not happy about the move, and they have vowed not to go to the stadium because how it was done dirty. So for me, when he does that, I hate it, but at the same time, he's telling the truth.
My only thing is his last 2 streams, which I used to catch his stream weekly. I get it's off season, but his last two couple of days, he'd be like rescheduling it, like 3 times. He'll change the hour, change it within an hour. Like one day he'll change the stream setup to like an hour back 3 times, and then he's done it like the last 2 times, and so I gotta give him smack for that.
Well, I got to give smack to that YTC character. I mean, he's correcting me on how to pronounce Plexico's last name. I mean, I'm not a Giants fan.
It's Plexico Burris.
Okay, but I'm not a Giants fan. I don't need him to fucking correct me. What is he, my grammar teacher?
And you know what? I spelled it wrong. In my defense, I did spell it wrong when I said because I haven't typed his name in like 10 years.
So
exactly.
So
and we're not Giants fans. So what does he want from us?
He's our buddy. I've known him for almost 3 years. He's a good dude, but he comes from I'm gonna keep saying this. He comes from a community that used to like talk trash. They would drop the F-bomb, curse, goof around. Once YTC bet me, he kind of mellowed out, but he still has a bit of those tendencies. So anytime anyone says the Giants are not a good team, the notion or like basically the impulse of him to do that. But he's a good dude. He's a good dude.
But then he should go on a Giant stream. What's he doing here? I mean, it's obviously in 49ers territory.
We go on his stream too. Like I would have done the same thing. Like if you would have said somebody's name wrong on my team, I would have done the same thing he did. It wasn't no disrespect, but you know what I mean. Like if you don't know somebody, you don't know somebody. Yeah. But like we all go on his stream and we just chat back and forth, and he's got his own. Like
he knew who I was. He knew who I was talking about, and then but he shrugged it off as like, who are you talking about? Because I don't pronounce it right. That's fucked up.
Right. But I would have done the same thing. As a Niner fan, I would have done the same thing.
But I don't think you would have you would have done it to a degree, but I don't think you would have said, I don't know who you're talking about because I'm pronouncing it wrong. That I don't think you would have done.
Let me put it to you this way. He's my friend. I go on his channel. He's in my channel. We do the pickle shows. He's there. He's always supported me. So he's always welcome on my channel.
I'm not saying he's not. I just don't like that he did that. But Corey, the reason I didn't say anything back is because it's your channel, and I didn't want to upset you. I didn't say anything back to him.
I think he's a young guy. And I know that I can't remember your name right now, Jajay. Jajay talks about his where he comes from and everything, but that had nothing to play with it. He is who he is, and if you go on our streams, he streams a bunch of different content, and I go on it a bunch, and me and John Jay and we bunch go on it, not just Niner talk, all type of sports, and he's pretty in between the guy. Like he's not a one-sided guy.
Yeah,
but I'm also a New Yorker.
Yeah, YTC is cool.
Yeah, like I will say this. I will say this. Like some people are not known for. I think a lot of people are like very polite and more relaxed. So when someone takes a tone at somebody that they don't know, I get what you're coming from. But he is who he is, and I think because he doesn't know you, you don't know him. He thought that people who hop on here can take a little bit of ripping. So I don't think he meant it in any disrespect, so again, he's not a bad dude. If he came across, I'll let him know. And
look, if somebody would pronounce Brock Purdy's name as Broke Purdy, I'd have said you don't know football. You know what I mean? So I can't fault them for that because it's national media news. Like I would have done the same thing. I take no ill will, and you shouldn't either, Jeff.
I personally don't care if someone like says, like the Chicago Michael dude, like when he says, this is Trey Lance hairlines. He has a picture of a bald guy. I'm like, really, Michael? But at the end of the day, he is who he is. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, but I didn't pronounce it wrong on purpose.
Hey, Corey.
If somebody were to say Broke Purdy, that's different.
Thank you for having me, and John Jay, Steve-O, Marna, you guys have a good night.
All right.
You too, have a good night.
All right, see you later.
Peace.
Go 49ers and go Lakers. Later.
F the Lakers.
He went off.
Oh, he left.
Jeff, who's your basketball team?
I'm a Knicks fan.
So who are you rooting for right now?
Nobody. Once Golden State. Well, I like a couple of teams, honestly. I'm a Golden State fan. I like the Hornets back in the 80s, but not so much now, and definitely not their symbol. I don't know what happened with all the basketball symbols that they all changed, and they're ugly. All of them.
That's a different subject.
So what happened was that they're just like every sport, they're trying to modernize their uniforms. Hopefully the NFL doesn't do that. I don't want to see that. But even in baseball, like I remember last year, they did these weird color logos every time a team played on Saturday to show the bright, basically the representation of each city, all that stuff. And as a baseball fan, you don't want to see that. Same thing with basketball. And then another thing I don't want to bring up with basketball, because I know it's a very touchy subject. Some people don't want to talk about it. I'm not afraid to talk about it. It's just that the NBA took, money from China because China loves basketball. So, it's a double-edged sword. Like you're expanding the game internationally, but at the same time, you're alienating your fans. So they're making designs, to shout out to the fans in China. So, that's why they're making certain jerseys, in certain ways, because they're trying to, make it more international.
I hear you, John Jay, but the what's it called? I could draw half of these original symbols, like the Charlotte Hornet. It's a classic symbol. You don't get rid of it.
Yeah, this is unfortunately again, they're trying to modernize it. So, when you're modernizing something, the logo is going to be modern, not what happened if they start to change like iconic, like the Lakers, the Bulls, then they're going to go a little bit too far. But a lot of the teams like that came like in the late 80s, 90s, like, you can tanker with that because they're but there are just some teams that you don't want to tanker, the uniforms. Like, I'm not going to lie, as a Warrior fan, I do not like the uniforms that they were using this season because, like, I love the classic white and blue, very simple, but they were wearing like black, which doesn't suit the Warriors. A lot of people don't like black, John, but at the end of the day, I like it simple. It's just that it is what it is.
Well, to answer your question, Steve-O, I am a fan of many different teams in basketball. I am a Timberwolves fan back when Garnett played, and I have his original jersey. I am a Golden State fan back when Chris Mullin played, and now with Stephon Curry. I wrote a rap about him, and I'm about to send it to him directly.
Chris Mullins. Oh, so because I know that Corey Davis and John Jay are rooting against the Lakers, which I'm not sure I understand that whole thing. But again, I'm not a big football. I'm like,
I don't like the Lakers at all. I'm with them on that. The thing is that I think that LeBron Jameson is way overrated, and I call him LeBron paper towel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, all right. So I will say this.
I mean, to say he's the next Michael Jordan. I mean, what is that?
Well, that's what the media tries to. I remember when they were doing the same thing with Kobe Bryant. Is Kobe Bryant the next Michael Jordan? Then LeBron is LeBron the next Michael Jordan. That's what the media does. That's what the media does because
But they're already pegging him that.
I know, but that's just like again, like it goes back to the media. Like, what does a person want to hear? Like, oh, let's talk about LeBron James. He's the modern day Michael Jordan, and then basically you have people arguing back and forth, and you have people. It gives something for the media to do. You get eyes on the television. You get people on the internet, on YouTube, and podcasters have something to talk about. That's what the media is. Like, a lot of people forget that the media is always going to say stuff like that. Because I remember when they're like, "Oh, LeBron James will never be Kobe Bryant because Kobe Bryant is more accomplished. He has more rings." And this was before LeBron became who he was. And then after that commercial came out, then LeBron became who he was. He left Cleveland, went to Miami, built a super team. Played in a bunch of finals, then went to the Cavaliers, played in a bunch of finals, won some titles, goes to LA and wins some titles. So because he has all these finals and all these titles, he's better than Michael Jordan, So that's what the media does. And for me, that's why I don't even watch ESPN, Fox Sports. I don't watch no sports news anymore because it's the same thing. They regurgitate the same thing, swallow it up, regurgitate it again, swallow it up. That's what they do.
But John, I understand that they're like snakes and stuff with the regurgitation. I get that, but the thing is that what's it called? What was I going to say? They don't do that with Jerry Rice. They don't say that about Joe Montana or Steve Young. He's the next Steve Young. He's the next. They don't do that with certain people. So why would they do that with Jordan?
Well, they did it with Jerry Rice as far as he was the GOAT in any position. Now it's more like they made it into Tom Brady, he's the GOAT of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends how you look at it. As like, to me, like, it's the rings, right? How much do you value rings? I don't as much as a person, because look, if you wanted to give rings away and count the person like that, then Robert Horry has what, 5? I mean, and he's not a top 25 player ever, right? So I don't necessarily agree with that, but I will say, and I'm not like, I'm a LeBron fan, but like growing up, Pippen was my favorite player, not Jordan, because of my game of implemented Pippen, not Jordan. But so Jordan is not going to finish top 1 in points. Jordan is not going to finish top 3 in rebounds or assists.
Wait, why is Pippen your favorite?
But you know who is? LeBron James. So I mean, there's a fair point to me be made either way. And I was a Bulls fan growing up in the 90s because Pippen was my favorite player. So nowadays,
But why is he your favorite, Steve-O? Why is he your favorite player, if I might ask?
because because I don't want to say Magic Johnson, because my game, I could throw behind the back. When I was going up for a layup and somebody was trailing me, I would literally throw the ball behind my back to a trailer, which is a guy, trailing the play, and I would throw it no look behind my back to the guy, and I would still go up with my hand and act like I was going to finger roll, and the guy would come up and foul my hand because he thought the ball was there, and the ball was not there. It was being dunked in the basket. So he emulated my game more than Jordan. Jordan was a ball hawk. So that's why I like Pippen more than Jordan.
At what position did you play?
Just point guard.
In high school? College?
And then when I got fat, and then when I was going to like the YMCAs, you know what I mean? I'm like, dude, I can shoot the three. I can shoot the three like 7 out of 10, right? I could shoot a three, but I wasn't getting the ball. It's because I gained like 25 pounds. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I could cut like a mother, like nobody. And then I realized, okay, these guys aren't passing me the ball because I gained weight and they don't think I could shoot the three. So I had to adjust my game.
Okay, but you were in college or high school on this team, or both?
No, just high school and just like regular. Like, dude, we played them up into our almost 40s in any sport. I called everybody in the town and said, hey, we're going to play football, basketball. We're doing it. That's what we did.
So you're an actual athlete.
What's up, Corey?
I actually made a couple crossovers that I literally patented myself.
Okay.
Wow. That's like me with the shaving. I invented a new way to shave with a knife.
All right, so everybody, Corey's trying to say something. I don't want to be the guy.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Corey.
49 Minus says they want to make new logos because it means new hats, new shirts, new merchandise, etc. Anything for money. Basically, he's right. You make all these new things.
Mm-hmm.
But you could sell the old stuff for much more money.
A lot of people already have it in there. It
But
goes old.
I mean, who doesn't want a starter jacket from the 1980s of the Charlotte Hornets? Who doesn't want that?
I mean, let me say something. Like the XFL I watched, they did their whole championship thing, right? Whatever. Cool story. But you know what? I'm a guy that I used to wear snapbacks back in the day. Now I've progressed to pro fits, right?
Okay.
I won't go back to snap hats. You know what they gave away at the XFL? They gave away those. I don't even know what they're called. You know what I mean? On the back of the hats where they're like, you can tighten them by a like freaking, you know what I mean? Like that was like cheapo stuff to me.
So, so a lot of us are like OG, sports fans. We remember a time, but when it comes to the younger generation, like you are seeing, like when it comes to business, like you basically, like go with, what is the big thing. So I remember when I was a kid, like the fitted hats, the hats that fit you, that was the big thing. And then when I graduated high school and went to college, everyone went back to the snapbacks. And I wore the snapbacks and I hated them. I hated the snapbacks. So I said, you know what? Maybe, there's a market for people who want to wear backs. And then I remember when I was in high school, like basically like baggy jeans and like the clothes, like it was very unfitted, like very baggy. That was a style. Then I look at.
Oh, you like the Jankos, right?
Yeah. So then you go to what the kids are wearing, and they're wearing more formal, like you see the boys button up shirts, they're wearing ties, they're wearing like elegant sneakers, and it's very different. But when I was a kid, that was very different. So just like any sport, you have to modernize, and young kids and teenagers are a bigger market than the adults. Like, for example, baseball. The commissioner of baseball is trying to advertise baseball to 8 and 17-year-olds. But they're forgetting their demographic, the old school baseball fans who've been watching it for decades. So to the NBA, the younger kids like this old stuff. That's what my dad or my mom wears. I want to wear something more this. So you go with what's going on. So that's why when I look at some of the jerseys, I'm like, nah, that's not my style. I like the classics. So there's some things that you like that you guys are not gonna like. There's probably stuff that you like, music that you listen, shows and movies that you like that I probably don't like, and it's vice versa. So it comes down to what people like. So even though I'm in my 30s, I still wear the baggy clothes. That's the thing that I love to do. Plus, when I was a kid, having baggy clothes was because my parents had no money. I was broke as hell. So it was easy for me to wear baggy clothes. Like if I try to wear like nice, clean stuff, it's not me. So
the thing is that it wasn't it wasn't the hat, it was the pro-fitted hats, it wasn't the snapbacks, it was the belt buckle loop-de-loop thing is what it was, and that has never been popular. And what's up, Eric? Hope you're doing well.
Like for me, I like the snapbacks. That's why I order, because when I order online, I don't like the ones you can say they fit it all, because it might not fit me. I hate to order it gets here, and then I try to put it on, and it don't work. So now I gotta go back and send it back because I don't know my head size.
Right.
You gotta measure it with a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a tape.
I've done that, and I forget every time I order one.
I'll be right back. Everyone's sounding like a robot again. I'll be right back.
Okay. So I love the snapbacks because I know where to put it on my head.
Snapbacks are all right. They're all right.
I know where to put it. I do.
But you guys know what I'm talking about? Because I don't know what they're called. What the XFL gave away, the little, like the belt thing where you like slip it through. You guys, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, John J got a admirer. Woo woo.
John J, you know who?
I don't know this person. I don't know if it's a troll.
God damn.
Hey, man. I can't even troll. What the hell?
I don't even get what he's saying.
So, anyway. But yeah, I don't know what the name is called about that kind of hat. It's not the trucker hat. It's like you can adjust it, like you pull it up a little bit, and then I don't know what it's called. But I just thought that they look cheap to me is all I'm going to say. They look cheap to me, and for me as a big rock fan and researching the numbers if they're going to make it or not, because I've been streaming with YTC, or not streaming, but honest thing, trying to figure out all the rules and everything. I just thought that was pretty cheap.
You know what hat I didn't like too? There was one time doing with the velvet sticks, like you stick it like this, because that would give away sometimes. It'll get old and then give away. Then you can't hardly wear it because it keep popping off your head.
What?
The velvet stick.
Velvet stick?
Yeah, they had hats. I guess it was back in my time where you had how they have some things like your shoes, you could fasten your shoes to tie them. The velvet stick, they stick. Well, back to the football.
Yeah, I just wanted to say real quick, Corey, if I can. Everybody's a GM, right? We all wanted who we wanted. There's only one Travis Kelce and George Kittle. We're not going to get the double guy, right? The Niners were looking for either a smart guy or a good blocker, right? That's what we needed. And I mean, like, I mean, but it's 17 game season, and they look. You want to blame the GM, whoever you want to blame. We haven't won one yet. Like, I really thought we were winning one last year. I watched all these content creators, and I thought they don't seem confident against Miami, Tampa Bay, blah blah. Over and over. And I'm like, I'm confident up until like a day before the Eagles game. I was confident, but like we created depth. Not just to the draft, but we nailed free agency. We created a lot of depth at the O line and a bunch of positions to where and you know what? If a Super Bowl and 3 championship games, if 2020 we didn't have 70 million on the freaking IR or 140 million or whatever the hell it was. I don't even want to look it up because it'll make me mad. Look, I trust in this team, and we have created depth this year just before OTAs even started that I'm totally confident in everybody, from top to bottom.
And this is what I was talking about. 49er mind to say the Velcro. That's what I was talking about. The Velcro.
It's a good point.
Oh, the Velcro.
Yeah.
Dang, that was I got a couple of those.
What's up, Bosh? No Border Sports. What's up?
Yeah. Every year we cut a lot of good players, and
It's a shame, really.
You got to literally look at how many people we're going to keep at each position, right? We assume 4 running backs. That a couple of years ago, we had that one guy started with a G, Gulliman or something like that. We all thought he was going to, be the next, and then now that they didn't, as far as I know, they didn't give that 3rd QB pick. We're probably going to keep 3 QBs, and then that's going to take from another position. So I think we're really solid at our depth, and because I'm a Niner fan, so every time there's a high free agency guy, I don't know why I want to say Jamarcus Chase because I don't even know who that is, but every time there's a big free agency, we're like, yeah, we want that guy. Stephon Gilmore. But guess what? Stephon Gilmore got hurt, so that would have been you know what I mean? But every time there's a high guy, we want to get him, right? But that never works. Just ask the Cowboys. But we manage with what we got, and we do pretty good. And I think we're going for more depth because I think the team realizes putting all your eggs in one basket, like say Micah Parsons, put all your eggs in one basket. What if he gets hurt for 3? Because honestly, I'm predicting us at 12 wins, 10 to 12, only because I'm going to count 2 games because we're going to lose for injuries, right? I mean, it's going to happen. We don't, it's going to happen. That's how it is. That's the NFL. 17 games. We get a lot of travel and this and that. So
Steve, I think that the people don't think about the people just think about the here and now. They're not like you, which is very good, and think about the what ifs.
No, it's gonna happen. I don't want to say who or predict. We have had our injury problems. 2020, we had 70 million on the salary cap. If we come on, and people want to fire Kyle and John. Are you serious? These guys are the top of the top with no experience.
The cream of the crop, exactly.
They hyped up Wayne Gilman, and we cut him early. That's the guy you're talking about.
That's it. Gilman?
Corey, Steve, I want you to repeat that, I think.
I said what 49er Minded just said. They hyped up Wayne Gilman, and we cut him early.
Yep.
That's the guy you was talking about.
Depth is more important than one key strong, a strong right tackle. And I think, people probably won't agree with me, but I think that the Niners are switching from a running team to offensive to a passing team because, I mean, you got Debo, Ayuk, Kittle. I mean, come on, you know what I mean? Like, I think we're switching to a passing offense.
I agree.
Yeah. So
I think it's all about the execution.
I'm about to go turn this show off.
Take a nap.
This is it. Huh?
You gonna take a nappy nap?
Well, no, because it's 10 o'clock here.
It's 8:00 in the morning here.
So who's winning in the trivia?
David
That's a good
McNiner right
question.
now.
McNiner. I could have predicted that.
He's winning.
He doesn't watch any television, so he's always looking at all the football teams every 5 seconds.
And
I'm serious.
John Jay's second. He's like,
So how many more weeks do you have left? Is there a chance John Jay can catch up or no?
yes, always a chance. I'm planning on going to. Right now we on chapter 10, so I plan on going to probably about chapter 15 and stop it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I just couldn't do it because most of them were before my time, and I can't even remember 2 years ago. You know what I mean?
What's all for
What year were you born in, Steve-O?
80.
I was born in 82. It's not really before your time. Our heyday was in the 80s, as far as Niner fans are concerned.
Right. So I caught a lot, but to know these questions you'd have to be born in like the 40s.
Yep.
Yep.
Steve-O, do you have a YouTube channel?
The troll.
I couldn't hear that.
No, I'm just a troll.
No, you think he's just troll.
He's a troll.
Oh, he's a troll. You got to come out of the cave once in a while.
Don't
As a
fix
troll.
that though. I'm a positive troll. I ain't one of those Karen Cones, you know.
No,
I'm a
I know
positive
that. I know that.
He's
I'm just
like, I'm
joking
a
with you.
positive troll.
So, John Jay,
You're the rock star troll.
Yep.
what do you have going on this week?
Let's see. Tomorrow, I'm going to continue my series. I think I'm going to talk about a few more players from the draft. I'm not going to do all of them because we got a lot. I'm going to talk about the tight ends.
Yeah, John Jay, I thought you had a stream at like 2:00 either yesterday or today. I couldn't find it.
Well, because I had to go to my mom's because I haven't seen her in 3 years. So
Okay.
she thought, like she thought I was like, because I said breakfast and she said lunch. Mom knows best. So
Exactly.
I took her out to lunch.
I thought I heard that, and then I was looking for it. I couldn't find it, and I thought maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Also,
Mother's Day. It's an interesting weekend,
Also, like I'm becoming more and more busy. Like I'm actually going back like to serious work. So
Okay.
I actually have to leave in a little bit. So, but anyway, so I'm doing the show tomorrow, and now I'm gonna do some more like later shows because I'm gonna be busy in the daytime. So,
So it'll probably be more in tune with my hours then, no?
yeah, so I'll do some more shows, probably like around the 6-7 o'clock hour.
Okay.
I'll still upload shorts every time there's something to show, but I'm actually going to be more of a part timer on YouTube now. So, you guys,
John Jay,
yeah.
if you're going to be a part-timer, could you message me on Instagram so I don't get up for nothing? Because I want to go to your shows.
Yeah. So
Okay, thanks.
yeah. So basically, like on my community tab, and when I message people, I let people know. But usually, I always let people know what I'm doing in advance.
Okay, great.
So I'm like, because I gotta start work soon as myself. But so you're not going to be doing this. There's not going to be a weekly shifty, or do you not know that yet, or what?
So Shifty moved to Ireland, so he doesn't live in San Francisco no more. So We used to do a show at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock because he worked nights. So all he was able to do was between like 9 and 12 o'clock. Now that he's in Ireland, it's a huge time change for us.
Same as here, basically, close to it.
So, and also like, he's also taking a break because again, he has stuff, there's a reason why he went over there. I don't want to reveal too much, but Shifty, that's his permanent home now. He's not coming back to the Bay Area. So
who is Shifty?
He's a content creator. He's a 49ers content creator.
Yeah, he does some basketball and stuff too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's knowledgeable when it comes to sports. I like him. I've never seen him with John Jay as a team, so that's why I'm asking because this is before my time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Sheila, do you have a way of contacting you? Steve-O?
What was the question?
Do you have a way of contacting you since you don't have YouTube and you don't have a channel as of now? But
Shifty, no. I just when he comes on.
No. Do you have a way of contacting you? Like, is there a way I can contact you? Instagram, Facebook, to talk Niner football and stuff?
I have a Twitter. Couldn't tell you the name because it's just a troll account. But just get a hold of somebody. Everybody knows how to get a hold of me.
Everybody knows how to. John Jay also knows how to get a hold of you?
Nah, I'm not on Twitter. So I'm the worst person.
Twitter is bad. Like, honestly, I watch so many streams where literally people are just complaining about people saying this. Twitter is bad. I only created Twitter. So, like, for example, Corey can send me the stream. And I apologize, Corey. I probably linked up with you through your chat, but I didn't get it for 2 days later because I don't get on it every day. I'm not a Twitter guy. I will not get on Twitter because I don't watch news because it's negative. I only have a Twitter so that I can communicate with certain people. So I'm not a big Twitter guy, but I do have one, and I have no idea what it is. But Corey can tell you.
Okay. Thank you.
So, like, if you do want to see Shifty 49er Mind, just put in Shifty 49ers Talk. That's how you can look him up.
But now his hours are Ireland, correct? At this point?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that'll more match me, I think.
Yeah. If you hit the notification bell, it should always come up and you will see.
Yeah, and my notifications were going off so much that I just stopped it. And what I do is I go, who's live? And you know what I mean? I click live and then I'll see if they're not live, it'll see who's coming up every so many hours. And if they're coming up with an hour and I'm going to be awake and not busy, I'll just like click notify me. So it's in within an hour instead of like, you know what I mean? Like 2 days later.
Interesting. But with me, it's like I was telling Corey, the Niners supersede sleep. I will get up at any hour for the Niners. I don't even care about the sleep. Doesn't matter to me.
Sure.
So
news at all hours.
Yep.
I'll be doing this week. Wednesday, I'm planning on doing it with YTC, his Giants trivia. So that's why, like I said, I got a book for him, so I can do trivia with him. So you don't have to answer number 9s.
What's his numbers at right now?
What
is his number? What is YTC's numbers at right now as far as correct answers to incorrect answers? Because he's pretty smart.
He's at like he did 11 out of 4 last week, so his total is 64 out of 36.
And how old is he?
Did you say 64 out of 36?
Yeah.
36 out of 64, basically.
Oh, okay.
How old is he? Like,
I don't know.
He's 24.
Man.
Yeah, so he's technically still a kid, even though like, well, I won't even call him like, well, he's way younger than us because So I look at him like a younger brother. That's the best way to describe it. Because technically,
I seen him one time when he wasn't. He was actually on camera for like a couple of minutes, and I was like, "Is this Mike TC?" Because they didn't say the name, and I was like, "Oh, I don't even want to call him this guy no more. He's got me beat by a long shot."
so
Yeah, I'm almost 20 years older than him.
yeah,
So
Crazy.
I'll be doing his
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
show is on Wednesday. Then on Thursday at 8:00 p.m. Pacific time, I'll be doing the 49ers trivia.
Corey, can you keep sending me the link, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Is there going to be a Friday show? Because I don't get on Twitter, so I don't know all the Friday things.
I don't know. After see what No Border Sports
Okay.
is he gonna be doing the Friday shows anymore?
'Cause I seen he was on earlier, but then he disappeared, just like Brian Culp show. So I don't know if it's his mic or if he's working or what the dealio is. And I'm not a regular. I don't call in every week, every other week, whatever. But it's fine. I just kind of want to know.
Yeah. You can also find him on Twitter. You go to his page and you can message him.
Not Twitter, but I just don't. I'm not. I just I despise Twitter.
Yeah, I know you're not the biggest fan. I got that. It's not your favorite team. Let's put it that way.
yeah. Well, Corey, it's always fun on
Yeah.
these streams, but I'm going to be bouncing in a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm about to cut it down
Okay.
because it's time.
Well, you
Start
got
getting ready.
and me and Jeff are going to talk. We're going to keep talking.
Okay.
I'm buzzed up and I ain't got nothing to do.
Sounds good to me. I got all day.
All right, I'm down.
I thought you had to go to work, though. I was a little confused.
Got confused with my dog. I think my dog got
No, I thought you had to go to work, though. I thought that's what you said.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Hold on one second.
John Jay
You still
got him
hear
a
me?
little. John Jay got him a little something side piece.
That's a troll. Come on, don't mess
That's
with
a
me.
troll.
All right, but it's a troll. But who is it? I mean, who is it?
I don't know.
I don't
That's
know
the
who
thing.
it is.
We got to figure out who it is because there's only like, you know what? And I give my troll torch to Jim Everett. I pass that down. I give up.
At first, because this person didn't have like a face on it, I thought it was a woman because they're like, I think you're sexy. I have a crush on you. It's so weird.
It's got a picture, right?
Yeah.
That's the troll within the troll, which I respect, but I don't at the same time.
That's like a troll horror movie.
Dapadipa? I don't know what Dapadipa is.
I don't know what it is either.
I figured it out. I'm good at this stuff.
Yep. I hear that.
But that looks could be like Tahoe. I don't know.
It sounds about right.
What lake is that, Somia? What lake are you at?
Is that a picture of him? Could be something else.
I thought it was a female at first. It's like, I
It
have a
might
crush on
be.
you. I think you're sexy.
But I can't.
I think that's the troll. Is that?
Yeah.
But to me, how can you tell what John Jay look like? And you only see the SF.
He has a crush on she has a crush. I'm not even sure, but she has a crush on the SF symbol, I think.
Hawaii, yo.
You ain't lying, no border.
I know. Whatever. Well, I gotta go, Corey. I don't think you want to end. I'm just playing. I'm playing everybody, but I gotta go.
You're always playing.
Hey,
Hey, I would rather be playing than me acting the way because real life me is not a good person. I can tell you that right now.
Well,
That
John
is
Jay,
not true. That is
playing
not
is better than getting played. That's for sure.
I think, John Jay, you are a good person because I've heard you say at least 5 times, pardon my language, and then you don't even cuss. So I don't believe that you're not a good person. Yep. Heard you cuss. I'm just going to say it.
So
You got a troll, man. You made it. You made it. You know what I mean? Like, just don't even worry about it. But Basher, you should jump on because, like, I still want to have a conversation.
Okay.
No more sports. Poor Corey. Yeah. Tommy Huxley.
Tommy's in here?
No, that's what this guy says. I don't know what
No,
you're
he's
talking
just
about.
being random.
No, it's Tommy Huxley. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what Hawaiians do. They're random sometimes.
Tommy's everywhere. Tommy's everywhere.
Oh,
Okay.
Tommy boy.
His freaking other chat to this other channel the other day was hilarious. And I'm glad he told me about it so I could go watch it.
He's always hilarious.
Just gave
But
money.
have you seen me go back and forth with him, Steve-O? It's hilarious. You should look at some of the things we say to each other.
I
No.
guess I'll go on a
Honestly,
little more job.
I don't see you.
Say he wants to come on for a minute.
I don't see you that much except for in these like 2 chats.
No, but I'm commenting a lot. You should look at my comments. They're
I
in
see
the comments.
I see Huxley in almost every channel I'm in, but I've only seen you in like this stream and maybe one other stream.
I've been in Brian's. I've been in Ryan's. I've been in this one.
Yeah, good to see you, man. I don't see.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I know you have a different schedule than I do, so. Like today, I missed.
Really, I don't even work. It seems. So
I missed
sleep and watch them.
I missed about an hour of a show this morning. I had to backtrack.
Oh, you devil, you.
You know what's funny is W, because Gina from the Bay was talking W. I'm gonna take a W on this. This is a win, right? And I was like, wow, the word W, DOUBLE, and YOU actually spells W. That's fascinating to me.
It is. You know what else is fascinating? If you put mom upside down, it makes wow.
Okay. Coming in. He always gets in the minds of our 49er fans. 49er minded.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that type of introduction, man. I'm not gonna be able to match that type of energy. I'm kind of tired, but I'm definitely wide awake at the same time. So
I don't know about Corey's introductions.
Yeah, I didn't know he was gonna bring it like that.
No,
You know he was an announcer in his olden days.
I come in just to get his introductions, and I'm like, Corey, can I get an outro? And then that didn't turn out well.
There you go.
But what's up, Basher? What's your thoughts on the overall everything of the season?
Niners.
And the basketball teams.
I was going to talk about the Warriors for a second because we fucking lost to the Lakers, but
I know.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking. But during the season I didn't oh, that's that guy again. During the season,
I think it's a woman, by the way, Bashar. I'm pretty sure. I heard him say you look sexy to somebody.
You never know these days.
I know.
People change their genders. You got tranny UFC fighters beating the shit out of regular female UFC fighters, and they're trying to say that they should have the right to do it. So, it's just basically a guy beating up on a girl. But hey, teach their own, right? Yeah, so the Warriors, I kind of set the bar low because I didn't like the way what Steve Kerr was doing this year. Wasn't playing certain players that I thought should have been getting more playing time, and then Steve Kerr didn't look to bring in a big man to center. So, he kind of deserved what he got. And I hate to say it because I'm a Warrior fan, but You know, when you go up, when you got the Lakers with two big ass dudes on their fucking team, and then you're gonna sit there and guard Anthony Davis with a 6'2" guy, you know, hey, you deserve to lose. So that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
So you blame Steve Kerr for the Wiseman trade?
Well, I blame for Wiseman. So I wanted to stick with Wiseman, but a lot of other Warrior fans didn't. But my argument is, if you're gonna stick with if you're not gonna stick with Wiseman, you got to have a plan B. You got to bring in another veteran big man some way, somehow, either trade for one or sign for one that's available on a buyout. Do something. Don't just sit there and have a bunch of 6'2" guys.
I mean, my whole thing is, I think that's where it became what it became, is because the Lakers, and I'm not a LeBron fan, I'm not a Niner fan, I'm not, or a Laker fan, I'm not anybody fan. I'm just Curry, LeBron, CP3. That's why I want to win. I don't care. I'm not. You know, it's not like the Niners. But my whole thing was, the Lakers, they got depth at the trade deadline. The Warriors didn't really do a lot, and that's why I think this series came to an end.
Mm-hmm.
So
their roster
what is that in
prepared to face a
comparison?
bigger team.
What is that in comparison to Tim Hardaway days and Chris Mullin days, in your opinion, Steve-O?
Yeah, I love Tim Hardaway and Chris Mullin days, man.
Yeah, me too.
They didn't play defense, but
I
yeah,
know.
Don Nelson was a coach.
what's up, Bashar?
Hey, what's up? I do.
Good.
I mean, I can't remember that far back. Tim Hardaway. I got a Salisbury jersey. That's as far back as I can remember.
All right, Bashar, what are your thoughts on it then?
About Tim Hardaway and Chris
Comparatively.
Mullin? What about them?
Yeah, as opposed to the Warriors today, as opposed to back then. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I definitely think the Warriors today are better because the Warriors today don't, have a championship DNA and championship pedigree. The guys way back then, the Don Nelson teams were just like, hey, just try to outscore your opponents and don't play any defense. They're fun to watch, but
So, what are your thoughts about pushing the ball? Green pushing the ball against his lips, the dude's lips.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, Green gets caught up with things too much of the time, but you kind of need that enforcer guy. You kind of need one guy that's kind of like, not as extreme as Draymond, but I don't know. It is what it is. Because some people say like, oh, the Warriors are soft, and then they say, oh, well, they're a dirty team. So I don't know which one is it.
So
Make up your mind.
So I'm sorry to jump into this wonderful conversation, but
go ahead.
So what's up, Bashar? Hopefully you're having a good night, man.
Yeah, all's good. It's Mother's Day, so we're just having fun with the family and everything's good.
I want to say something very serious, because I know we got some stuff, some BS stuff, from the past. I just want to let you know, as a man, as a human, I got no disrespect to you in any type of way. If I said anything towards you, want to apologize, because again, I still respect your work. I got a lot of respect for you. I just wanted to put that out there, because I'm not whatever's been out there. Again, I'm not a troublemaker. I just want to let bygones be bygones and move on. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah. Hey, well, here's the honest thing about it, since you brought it up. I mean, I don't know why you took things the wrong way, but all Aaron was doing was sending you what I was showing Aaron, and Aaron was showing you what I was sending him, and somebody was trying to throw people under the bus, and he dropped your name and threw you into it, and somehow you took it as we were making stuff up to piss you off or something. I don't know how you took it exactly, but you took it in a negative way, some way, somehow.
And let me jump in real quick. I'll say this real quick, Corey, because I have no idea about this situation. But if you want to end the stream anytime, you can, and this can happen off stream as well.
Let me ask you this, 49 of mine, and I asked everybody tonight: what is the toughest stretch of games on the 49ers schedule this week? What you think?
Toughest stretch
Sorry,
of
I didn't
games.
catch that question. Can you say that again, please?
He's referring to the new schedule. What's the toughest stretch of games?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really hard to predict. I mean, I could look at the 49ers schedule overall and say, hey, as good as we are and as talented as we are and what we did last year, you can kind of eyeball and say 12-5 or maybe 13-4 if we're really, really lucky and where we can stay away from certain injuries at important positions. Toughest stretch, though, I mean, even though the Steelers aren't really that great, I'm just looking at it right now. The first 4 weeks shouldn't be that bad. It's just that, Steelers play really, really well at home to kick off their season. So we got to bring our A game just week 1, regardless of who's the quarterback is at that point in time. Who knows who's going to play quarterback? But toughest stretch. Let me really, really dig deep into this now since you hit me with a hard one. I'd say probably starting with that Cowboys Monday night game and going all the way up to, yeah, I mean, Vikings, Bengals, Browns. I don't really care too much about the Browns, but some people think they'll be improved. But for the Cowboys game, all the way up to the well, then again, it's kind of spread out though because let's see, for the Cowboys game all the way up to the Eagles game, that's a pretty tough stretch. So you're talking about October 8th all the way to November 3rd, December 3rd. So to me, that's the toughest stretch.
And the good thing is we have our tough 3 hardest schedules or games are at home. So I'm hoping for that, especially with the rookie kicker.
Okay.
Well, the best thing we could do is not make the kicker relevant. I mean, put up touchdowns. You don't have to worry about the kicker at that point.
Yeah. What do you think this guy trying to say? What do you guys think of the thickness of this team?
Thickness? What the hell he's talking about, man?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what he's saying.
I like my girls when they're nice and thick.
Yeah, man, I like that girth. Give me that fat.
Oh, Steve-O.
Yeah, I don't know who this dude is.
When I think of thickness, I think of Anna Nicole Smith. Well, rest in peace, but in her heyday.
Hey,
I think of Gwyneth Paltrow. I think of Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
My girth or my thickness back in the day changed from who I am now, so I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh!
Can you elaborate that quick? Explain more to us to that question.
So I think
Master, what do you think? How good do you think our depth is going to be this year? Because I think it looks really deep to me, and we didn't go on that one big free agency like we did Hargrave. I think our depth is really good.
I like our depth overall. I just don't like the depth at the tackle position. But even for interior offensive line, I think we stacked up like crazy on that type of depth. Yeah,
are you talking OT?
Yeah, I think the right tackle, the right tackle depth isn't really that great, but the interior offensive line depth looks pretty good. So in general, even our secondary depth, I think will be a lot better than it was last year, even though we're losing Mosley and all that. But I can't really say we lost Verrett because it's not like if he ever really, really played. He got hurt all the time. So, but yeah, I think we got deeper a lot of positions actually, even though we lost a whole bunch of D linemen and all that, and I get that. We don't know how good Drake Jackson's going to be in year 2. That sounds like Wilkes is pumping up because he developed his upper body strength and all that. So hopefully that's good. Well, you guys were talking about Kinlaw earlier. I don't see anything. I'm not expecting anything for Kinlaw. I'm saying the bar is super, super, super low for Kinlaw. But we got Hargrave anyways, and we got some other guys in the mix on D line. So we'll see.
So you don't think Brett will come back this year?
No, Brett's gone, dude. I don't think. I liked Brett a lot, but he got hurt all the time.
Thickness, like how deep can we go?
I'm not sure if this person is talking football or sex now. Seriously.
I think you might want to clarify that with him. Jump in the chat there. Who was that guy talking, Jeff?
I don't know how to do that. Ask Corey to jump in there. Ask him what he's talking about. Are we still talking football? Just say that.
Are you asking? Are you
still talking football?
Are you talking? He might be saying how
I still think it's a girl.
How far are we gonna go in the playoffs?
She's talking about thickness and deepness. I still think it's a girl, and she's talking about sex. And she just can't get her mind out of the gutter.
I concur.
Thank you.
He says I concur.
Yeah, it might be a girl. Sunny. How would you say that name?
Say my name.
Just right in. That's what she said.
Say my name. Say my name.
No one is around me, baby. Say me. Say baby.
Oh, you know the lyrics.
You people are.
Of course, I have it on DVD.
Oh shit. Beyonce, Destiny's Child.
She was so much better in Destiny's Child.
He or she says.
Yeah, I don't like her anymore.
You people are perverted. Yes, Corey.
Hey, Corey, let me ask you this: who's your out of actresses or R&B singers or singers? Who do you think is who do you got the biggest? Who are the ones that you got crushes on? Like from the '90s till now, if you got like 3 or 4 top females of mine.
Good question.
Well, I had J-Lo.
Oh shit!
Nice. Watching a movie about her now.
Oh, Beyonce. Okay, all right. And Sierra, the girl that hooked up with Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Okay. You give me about 2 more. Give me 2 more.
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
Jen Jackson. Okay, you're going way back.
Yeah.
I think they all did a Super Bowl as well.
Oh yeah, Jen Jackson, the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, the nip slip.
And the girl that just did.
She's famous for it.
Just did the Super Bowl.
Oh, Rihanna.
Yeah.
Rihanna, yeah.
Okay. How about you, Jeff? Who do you got?
Ariana Grande for sure.
Oh, well, you're going with the young ones, all right.
Oh yeah.
Keep going.
Oh, Jeff left. Okay.
Did you ever used to watch Baywatch? Oh, he left.
Yeah.
I scared him away.
So all right. So hey, Corey, it's great. Always hopping on, talking football. I gotta have my dinner. I gotta be up in the morning. But before I go, I wanna clear something very, very quickly. Hey, it's good talking to you again, Basher. I know there was some, a little dumb situation. But again, I'm not saying you did anything wrong. Like I said, if I did something wrong, I never meant to. So just wanted to let you know that.
These are just misinterpreted. That's all.
Yeah. So, and if another person has been saying some stuff, I've spoken to said person and said that, if he's going to continue to do this little, then that's why people are not going to like him. But like I tried never to start anything with anybody. So just want to let you know, man. But it's a good talking to you, man. Again, you have a good night. And again, if you want to talk one-on-one in the future, and like I said, I'm willing to talk and clear more of the air, man. But just want to say that.
All right, man. We're good.
Okay, I like to say, like you tell me, you're Switzerland. You like to be neutral. You try to be.
Yeah.
Texts are bad, okay, because you can't read you can't read into it. You don't know what it said. There's a lot of relationships that broke up because of text, because you can't understand the context.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you because there's no tones.
Exactly.
If you're calling someone an a-hole, let's say, maybe you mean that in a nice way, but they would never know because sometimes people say that they put up their middle finger, let's say, in person to say hello to you. There are people like that, but when they
you're looking for?
At the end of the day, we're all a community.
Facts.
We're not all GMs. Nobody's a freaking GM. There's only like 31 GMs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all want a certain tight end to be drafted a certain way. It is not that way. We want this kind of tight end, that kind of tight end. It doesn't happen. Like there's only 31 in the world, so like we just gotta adjust.
I know. That's
John Jay.
Yeah.
Be fair about
This person said, "No, John Jay, I think you're awesome."
And I'm out of booze, so I gotta go to the store.
Yeah. But anyway,
You're gonna
Corey.
have to lick a stove.
Anyway, Corey, thanks for having me on. I'll pop in on your trivias. Jeff, it's always a pleasure, and of course, Steve-O, and of course, Niner Miner. You guys have all a good night, but I gotta go. I'm out.
All
All right, later.
Alrighty then.
Take care.
See, it's interesting to me because I don't, you know, most of you probably know my beef with me and Aaron on the TED show, and it wasn't.
No, I don't know about that. If you
everybody made a little bit of beef, but it wasn't a beef. Like me and him were cool, and like, we talked behind the scenes and this and that. Everything was fine, but same with me and Mariah. Everybody made it a beef, and it wasn't a beef. And then people are blocking me because of her because they liked her. You know, it's like all this BS. Like everybody wants to talk about the Cabo clique. It's like, do you want to talk about the Cabo clique? There's like a content creator clique. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't freaking matter. Like it's not even like that. Like just be friends with who you are, and like if I say something funny, put it up. If I don't, then don't. Like we don't have to like communicate. Like it's fine. Like just be. You can root for whoever you want to root. You can, okay, you drafted a kicker and this you didn't want a kicker. Like, in the end, we just want to win. That's all we want.
Right.
So she says she's leaving because her baby's leaving.
Oh, you see?
So she was talking to John.
It's a girl. Okay.
Yep.
Man, that is like some more trolling than I would do.
Take notes.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the next comment to come out of his mouth is, out of her mouth is, I think it needs more lube.
What was that,
Jeff?
What, Jeff?
I would not be surprised if the next comment after deeper and is it in depth? Is it thicker? It needs more lube. That's what I think she's going to say.
Are you the one behind the account? Sounds like you might be.
No,
but we may have cracked the code here, buddy.
Like for instance, 49er Money yesterday, I made a comment. I was like, hey, you know, half of the reads, Trey read him wrong, and he ran instead of like passing the ball off. And then Miner was like, hey, but the play he got injured on, he read the right play and he got hurt. And I was like, yeah, you're right, he did. I mean,
I was saying Trent Williams missed his block.
Right.
Yeah,
and I didn't see that, but like you're right. Like that's what happened. Like, you know what I mean? There doesn't have to be a freaking argument about it, you know what I mean? We can all get together. I don't understand this whole there has to be you pick one quarterback and you know what I mean, like this beef.
Yeah.
There doesn't have to be a beef.
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef? Remember that commercial?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was classic, man. I miss the 80s,
Right.
dude.
I miss the salsa commercials too.
Pace Picante?
Pick up the sauce.
I remember that one.
Would you please pass the jelly? You mean the Grey Poupon? No, the jelly. Pass the jelly.
Man, you got some good comedy there, Jeff.
Oh yeah.
So no more sports. No more. 49er minded.
Yes, sir.
So you say you never had alligator on pizza?
No, I never seen an alligator pizza topping before. Where could you get that at?
Corey, let me ask you. You've ate alligator. I've had sushi a couple dozen times, only certain kinds. But is there any limit that you will like? I'm not going to try that.
Oh, okay. Yes. Spicy food. I don't eat spicy food.
Well, I could do spicy food all day, baby.
I mean,
Indian
like-
food, Pakistani food, spicy food. Fuck yeah.
But I mean, like animal is like you're not. I'm not going to eat this animal.
Chitlins. I don't eat chitlins.
Oh, chitlins. Hell no. I'll pass.
Careful, but
No. I can't eat
And
chitlins.
what's the raw fish? Don't eat that.
Sushi?
Yeah.
I can do sushi.
I've done
Pokey.
like
I had Pokey the other day. It was actually pretty good.
I might have had it today, but 10 times in my
Careful.
life.
Yeah.
Hey,
I would
Steve,
never eat. I would never eat alligator though. I would never eat alligator. Have a limit.
Hey, Steve, are you?
What about snake, Corey? Have you had snake?
I would never eat snake. Hell no.
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 No, would you eat that?
No.
What about
Not
shark? What
really.
about
'Cause I'm
Oh my
afraid of.
gosh. Whoa, what do we have here in the comment section here? What's going on here? I can't even read that.
Okay, this guy's go. This girl go.
I want to fart inside John. I want to fart inside John Jay's mouth to prove my love.
This is
Oh shit!
Bye.
I think she would have been. I think she would have been better off talking about the lube, honestly.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta step up my troll game. Something.
Take some notes there, buddy. Man, you're not even a troll anymore after seeing that.
Yeah, you're right.
You're like in totally different categories.
But people like platform 246. He's like, oh Steve, like if I'm on Brian's show, he's like, oh you're all this like one guy in the chat, and you're like this different guy, all cool or normal or not whatever I am in the chat. And I'm like, yeah, because I respect people's platforms. You know what I mean? Like
you're kind of like mankind, Mick Foley.
It's different. Like I have like Mariah and Grant. Like what I mean. The chats dictate how I am. You know what I mean?
Me and Mariah.
Who is this Grant person, by the way?
You know who Grant Cohn is?
Don't know. He sucks.
Really, you don't like Grant? I mean, I'm not the
I
biggest
don't know who
Grant.
he is.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
I don't think he sucks.
I make pretty good amount of money gambling. He makes me zero money gambling. He's all about clicks. I love his dad. All right. And that's all I'll say about that.
Low cone.
I only
think
watch
if that person. I think if that girl was still on, she would also say, "I love his dad."
that chick that he was sleeping with in Mexico. Oh yeah, I remember her. Oh wait.
Wait, and Steve, I saw your I clicked on your YouTube channel once, and I saw you save some like food, like restaurant videos. Are you? Is that like? Do you watch those videos about like food reviews and different types of foods or whatever? Or are you into that? Or I could have sworn I saw that on your YouTube channel.
As far as I know, it's like 2 subscribers, and it's probably like Colpin, McNiner, and maybe Corey. There's like, so I'm not sure where you clicked on, but like, I'm not about that game.
No, I could have sworn I saw on your playlist or your favorites, like you watch like foodie videos or your some restaurants or.
What I have is one of my best friend's kids had cancer, and then when they got out the cancer, they met with a middle linebacker from Carolina Cardinal Panthers. They made the video, and so I clipped it up, and I made this really awesome video, and that's the only video I have. Well, the other video I have is of me spending $1,500 on a stupid video game on the app, and
what game cost $1,500?
Yeah, what game cost $1,500?
No. It wasn't Mobile Strike. It was I don't know, Mafia City, and I spent I spent $1,500, and then this guy got zero that was bullying everybody, and the whole community like zeroed them, and those are the only 2 videos I have. Nothing with food.
No,
and I'm a big foodie guy.
It didn't say you made the video, but it just showed that you either were subscribed to their channel or you had it on your favorites or whatever. I didn't say you made the video yourself, but it looked like there was a Middle Eastern restaurant that you were subscribed to or you favorited one of their videos, and I was like, okay, this guy's into watching those food type videos. Did
he eat a lot of weird foods? Like he just made a bunch of weird foods?
I don't remember. It was like some restaurants that I don't know. I gotta go back to your favorites. I saw it somewhere on your YouTube channel.
Because as far as I know, there's only 2 videos I have, but I am subscribed to this weird Chinese guy that like chops up a bunch of crazy foods and he like makes them into these cool dishes and like eats them. Because I'm big into like foods, so maybe that was it. I don't know.
No, I don't remember the guy being Asian. I gotta go back and look at your channel and find out what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because that's how I found
what
a
is
lot.
your channel, Steve-O?
Yeah, this is my channel because I don't really.
No, but
I'm
I'm curious to see the video he's talking about.
No, because I'm not about that game. You know, what I mean, I just support who I support. But and one thing I brought up before is like I can't. I try to find other content creators channels, and everybody has them blocked. To me, it seems on YouTube, except for Basher. I can find more people's I can find more people's content on Basher than I can anybody else because everybody has them blocked. And I've tried to talk to people about it, like, hey, you know, I mean, why is this? And they're trying to tell me it's not as simple as it seems. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, I can see Basher's community. You know, I can see all. You know what I mean? Like his friends list per se, and I can see who's. So I can go, hey, let me subscribe to that guy, check him out. But everybody else is always like private, and so I've had this.
Some people private who they're subscribed to. I think that's what you're talking about. For me, my channel set is if I'm subscribed to that person, then somebody could go through my subscriptions and see them. I think Corey's asleep.
No, I'm not.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I thought you were still on. My bad.
Oh, but
no, I was up there. I'm up here texting John J.
If you're tired, we can go. I mean, I said I was only going to be on here for 5 or 10 minutes. You know, I actually got some things to do around the house, anyways.
Oh, come on.
But no, a few people. I'm like, why is not people open this up so that I can find more people that I'm not subscribed to?
I got you.
Because I literally went through my list and I was like, Basher's like one of the only guys that has his crap open where I can find other people to listen to. You know what I mean?
If you go on my subscriptions, I'm pretty much to my knowledge, I'm subscribed to every 49er YouTube channel on YouTube. To my knowledge. So there's ones that I subscribe to that are channels that nobody knows about.
You are subscribed to every 49er. You're right. You are.
I go through my subscriptions. Go through my subscriptions.
Is that another community or was that under?
No, just under my subscriptions on my channel. You can see everybody who I'm subscribed to. I should be subscribed to at least 1,000 people on there.
Because I can go and check your shit out, but then I go to like Joe Blow and this and that, and they're like, well, why are you guys blocking this stuff? And I'm like, you guys could create, you know what I mean? I'm like, you guys could create a bigger community. And then like, they're like, oh, it's this and that. I'm like I didn't know what I was talking about.
It's in your settings. It's in your settings on the channel.
Right.
And they have to set their subscriptions to be public. If they set it to be private, then nobody can see shit.
Right. And that's what I thought too. But they were trying to tell me like, I don't know, I was talking about, I'm like, you guys could create a much bigger culture if you just did it like Basher does. Because when I look at everybody saying Basher's the only one that has like all this open shit and nobody else does.
I got you.
Exactly.
You the 1K yet?
Exactly.
No.
But the thing is that these people that are blocking it for privacy reasons, it's because they're looking at porn. They don't want anyone to see.
Hey, you might be right. Hey.
I know I'm right. In this day and age, come on now.
Well,
5-year-olds know what it means to have sex just by looking at you.
We could only confirm if that Somi guy was in here. Maybe he would know. Yeah, or a girl. You guys thought he was a girl. I don't know.
I don't know, man. John Jay had to go pretty. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop. I said I had 5 drinks before I got in, and I'm gonna stop.
Oh, you had 5 drinks. Okay.
That was before I got on. I had about 4 more.
So are you in a 49er Empire chapter out where you live? Are you in a Niner Empire?
No, as far as I know, I don't think they're. I'm in Nevada.
Are you by Reno? Are you in Reno?
Yeah, I say Reno, Tahoe because I'm in between.
That's not far from when the Super Bowl is going to be.
Are you in Sparks?
I'm in Carson City.
Oh, Carson City. Okay, I know where that is.
You know where that is?
Far from where the Super Bowl is going to be this year, though.
I want to. Right. You know what? I live 2 hours from Reno. I want to go there. You know what? I play Tetris on my phone, and I acquired so many damn rewards points. And recently, I clicked on my rewards, and it says I have a fucking like. I could get a free 1-night stay at the fucking Peppermill in Reno or whatever. I was like, oh, maybe I should take advantage of this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's a nice hotel.
Bashar. I'll come with you.
Well, I thought you're not in America right now, bro.
When I get back next year. Wait a little bit.
Oh, next year. Oh shit.
It's a nice hotel. But I always say Reno, Tahoe. I say Tahoe because Tahoe's closer to California.
Tahoe's nicer because they have the
But-
better scenery. Yeah.
Right. I mean, but there's two sides of Tahoe, California and Nevada. But I only said that because every time so and so used to talk about Kyle Shanahan, like I literally like track his address down, his dad's address. I was like, you know what I mean? I was.
He has
I
a
was
house in Tahoe?
Huh?
Shanahan has a house in Tahoe?
No.
Oh.
When so and so would talk about Kyle Shanahan, I would get really upset.
Oh.
You probably know what I'm
That
talking
girl
about.
also does it so she could fart in in John Chase.
Because Karen Cohen, when he would say things like, I literally was like, I'm not going to tell anybody where I live anywhere. I'm going to go. I'm going to fucking teach this guy a lesson. I was fucking that like pissed about it. So, you know, the last few months I've grown. But that's why I always say Reno or Tahoe, or because nobody knows Carson. You know, come on.
There's a New York pizza place that's based in New York that has a location in Reno. It's called what's it called? Grimaldi's. Grimaldi's Pizza.
Yeah.
If you ever in Reno, check out Grimaldi's Pizza and see how it is.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a famous New York pizza place. I mean, that actually exists in New York. It's one of the famous top 10 ones, you know. But they have a location in
They also
Reno.
have a drink that's a meal.
A drink that's a meal.
I want your
Like,
pizza
it's
back.
it's a liquor drink, and there's
You want my
full
pizza?
meal.
Yeah, I could put a picture of my pizza if you've never seen it before.
You're trying to give me seconds right now, and I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, I need to fix my pizza oven actually before I start making pizza again. It's kind of one of the parts is kind of busted on. I need to replace the part. Hopefully, I think it's a
Oh,
cheap
you see
fix
that?
though.
If that girl was here, she would say, "Oh, you got to replace the busted part." Yeah, let me help you with
Don't
that.
give her any ideas. She might come back here and say something.
So, Pat,
I know.
you're like in what, Zach?
I'm in Roseville.
So it's like 6 hours, or well,
no, I'm 2 hours from Reno.
Oh, my job a couple months ago was 6 hours in the truck. You know what I mean? So,
But I'm saying, that pizza place I brought up, Grimaldi's, it's in Sparks at the outlet Legends in Sparks, if you know where that is.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Grimaldi's. Look up the name Grimaldi's. It's a famous, really famous New York pizza place, but they had a location in Reno. It's Sparks actually, over in Sparks.
How long ago was it in New York?
It still exists in New York. My sister's been there. My sister used to live in Manhattan.
Oh,
You never heard of Grimaldi's? They're really famous, dude. They're always
have
on the
heard
Food
of them,
Network.
But I thought for a second there you said I thought for a second there you said they moved to Nevada.
No. They
don't
have a
exist
location in Vegas. They have a location in Reno. They have it in Arizona. But, you know, so they just expanded and brought other locations to West Coast states. But the original location is in New York.
I guess I heard you wrong. Okay, gotcha.
No, it's all good. Yes, sir.
I like some more foodie in this Niner talk.
What's that?
I'd like some more foodie talk in this Niner talk.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to get off of here.
Yeah. It's time for me to go too. I gotta go.
I'm getting tired, man. See you guys. Good talking to you guys, though.
Nice talking. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome, man.
Let it bash.
All right, y'all.
I gotta go to the store.
Oh, he left? Okay. I'll tell him later. Yeah, what were you saying earlier, Steve-O?
I'm dry. I gotta go to the store.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you said that. I wasn't sure.
All right.
So what's your poison now? Steve-O?
What's up? What's my poison? What do you mean?
You said you were drinking before. That's how, because of alcohol poisoning, they call it poison. What is your poison? What did you drink?
Oh, well, I switched to something a little bit different, you know, because my tolerance got pretty bad. So I guess it's called the Bay Breeze, which is like, and let me tell you, on a hot day and you work, if you have a vodka cranberry, but you put a splash of pineapple juice in it, It's called the Bay Breeze. That thing.
I didn't catch the whole thing. You said you put a splash of pineapple juice in what?
So it's a vodka cranberry, but you add a splash of pineapple juice. It's called a Bay Breeze, I guess. Oh my gosh, that thing! I don't care if it's 150 degrees. That thing is so refreshing, and I had about 4 of them tonight. It's not. It's like 10% alcohol, maybe 9, but it's really, really refreshing, and oh, it's amazing. Like that's my new thing.
Okay, I'm about to end this.
Steve, you
No.
can hold your liquor pretty well.
I can probably drink 2/5 if I wasn't on camera.
2/5, okay. Well, I am Dutch, my family, and I have a very high tolerance for alcohol. So much so that I could shave with a knife after. And you know I'd be dead if I didn't do it right and I was drunk.
All right, Corey, you go ahead and end it, and we'll talk after.
Well, I'm gonna put y'all back because I'm gonna put my ending video on there. My video, starting video. So
You got a video?
yeah, the one I play at the beginning, and then the one I play at the end.
I was out. I missed it. I'm sorry.
So I'll bring y'all back up, and I'll be ending it.
Okay.
Have a great day, night, everybody. Good night. Have a good one. And I'm gone.